time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host,
and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ show. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see everybody, including the bird who's back in with us.
Yeah, COVID free.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was real nice.
It was, huh?
The results was nice. The experience was a little weird. I don't do those tests well. I'm not a good corona tester.
What happened with the test?
Well, first of all, I was met with a great KVJ Nationer that was taking names and doing all that. So I was talking with him for a little bit. And then I had to move up to the little section where they do the nose thing.
Yes.
And I didn't hear anybody tell me that I had to keep up the window 3/4. So my window's all the way down. And the woman's, put your window up. I'm like, okay, sorry. So then she finally takes the thing and puts it up my nose. But I guess my mask dropped below my mouth on accident as she was putting it up my nose. And as she put it up my nose, it almost hit a button that made my mouth open wide. And she goes, close your mouth. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm breathing everywhere. I just did it all wrong, baby.
Yeah.
Your window and your mouth, everything was open.
Yeah, I feel like there's a button you can press in someone's nose that makes the mouth open.
I've never heard about that. That's
Are
interesting.
you a puppet?
I think I'm a puppet. I could tell she was annoyed because she kind of did one of those, your results will be ready in an hour.
Nah.
She's like, this jerk just gave me the corona.
But the KVJ Nationer at the beginning, he was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
real kind.
Good. Yeah, it is one of the most awkward things, just everything about the whole process, because you got to get your window rolled down just right, got to get your mask just right.
I'm not at all poo-pooing on the rapid testing. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But am I the only one that thinks, wow, this is awfully quick and a lot's going on here?
There's
is
a lot.
this 100% accurate?
No, it's not 100% accurate. I think they've got percentages on all the different tests. You can run them down. And that's why typically what they do is they'll double test you at a lot of places now where they will give you the one, and if it comes back negative, it's pretty good. But if you do the positive, then they'll do like an antigen test, which that one is a lot more accurate percentage-wise.
You really should double test if you feel one way or the other. If you feel like you got it and you got a negative, you should get 2 negatives. And if you feel the other way, like you don't have it, you really should just double up on those.
All right, Jaybird, you need to leave.
Yeah. Why don't you step off and concentrate on the dirt? I'm good. I'm doing everything I can.
You
over
need to
here.
leave.
Nope, there's the door.
No. You need to go get another one today.
March your ass out of here.
I was so pumped. I did a Facebook Live video yesterday about how I'm negative.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. 2 messages come in. Bird, there's a lot of false positives out there.
And a lot of false negatives.
Yeah, don't get too. Yeah, that's what it was. Don't get too happy because you could still have COVID. I'm like, thanks.
I think I had a false negative. I'm just saying. When Kevin tested positive, I bet you I was positive and I had a false negative.
So are you still thinking Kevin gave it to you or did you give it to Kevin?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. Suits could have given it to both of us.
I know you don't know now, but before you were definitely locked and loaded saying Ralston gave it to everybody.
Well, he was coughing first. I'm just following
First to cough.
the coughing timeline.
You can't be the first to cough. You can be the first to fart.
I know. Can't be the first for anything.
Oh, and may I just get a retraction statement? Because I listened to the whole show yesterday.
Okay.
I listened to the end of the After the Show podcast. I was not pooping my brains out like Virginia said.
Oh, yeah.
I was very regular.
Did I say that?
Oh, you ended the podcast and I was crapping my brains out
Lot.
everywhere.
I don't remember saying that, but
Yeah.
That's
if I
not-
said it, it must be true.
It's not true.
Because if it's on a podcast, it's definitely true.
Unbelievable. It really sucks to listen to a podcast that you work on and not be able to say anything. I was yelling at my screen, I don't have poop problems.
The World Health Organization, they just estimated that now they believe approximately 1 in 10 people worldwide have been infected with the coronavirus. That is more than 20 times the number of confirmed cases. How about that, huh?
Well, I've tested twice for COVID. It came back negative, and I also did the antibody test, and it said I didn't have any traces. That's not enough for Virginia? How many more?
It's enough for now.
4 now.
But
Yeah, so that number with the WHO, I think that is a big development. So.
Well, if I hadn't got the antibody test that came back positive, I would have been walking around going, I had 2 negative tests. I never had COVID, but apparently I did have COVID. And those 2 negative tests that I took 5 days apart weren't right, or one of them wasn't right, or something. Because I also got an antibody test, remember, back in May, and that one was negative.
Yeah.
So sometime between May and September, I got the coronavirus, and then it showed up in my antibodies.
Yeah. Well, you're one of the numbers of the World Health Organization talks about that.
And me and Denny's are not. We're still in the negative.
Still good. The significance about the World Health Organization number is that would drastically reduce the infection fatality rate. So that would mean that it's nearly as big a killer as what we had thought with coronavirus. I know there's a big narrative where people are like, I think that maybe we've been pumped with way too much anxiety, and you feel it sometimes around these studios.
It is good to hear from you positive, Kay. I haven't heard positivity in a minute.
That's why I think that's a big number there, what the World Health Organization is saying. If that stays, then that will really significantly drop that IFR that they got out there. So some good stuff here today, and it's just good to have old Jaybird back in the saddle again.
It's the KVJ.
Dirt of the day.
It's the KVJ.
Dirt of the day.
Virginia, take it away.
Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, I almost fell out of my chair this morning when I saw what some of these celebrities on OnlyFans are making a month by doing scandalous stuff.
It's causing a lot of controversy for those fans that started off that are not celebrities.
This makes you want to get an OnlyFans site and start showing your pink parts.
It started with your girl Bella Thorne.
She's not even the top girl anymore. You're not going to believe the money the top girl is making. I sit back in awe. I'll share it with you coming up in a second. Before we get into that, sad news in case you missed it yesterday. Eddie Van Halen passed away.
Yes, he did.
He had been battling throat cancer, and he lost his battle yesterday at the age of 65. His family took to social media to let everybody know. Nobody really knew how sick he was. I guess there was talk that he had cancer, but a lot of us were in the dark about how much it had spread to his other organs. I believe we have a montage in case you can't place the Eddie Van Halen music. I'm sure you remember it if you're old like us.
This is an extended little tribute here, which I think is suitable for Eddie Van Halen. And, the amazing thing about him, and you don't often say this, Van Halen was my favorite group of all time. They were the first concert that I ever went to back in 1988. And with Van Halen, they are just, to me, one of those groups where a lot of times I would listen for the guitar playing. And the songs are still amazing as well, but I don't know how many songs you say that you listen to for the musicianship, and I think arguably the greatest guitar player that has ever lived. And there was just a lot of people. It was very rare, I know, when I was growing up to find anybody that could play anything that was Van Halen because of the difficulty of it.
I'd like to hang out with Kevin Van Halen. Old Kev with the guitar, rockin' Kev.
I didn't have long enough fingers, man. He just had amazing fingers, and what he did, and his guitar solo, Eruption, that is out there, that to me still is kind of a proving ground where if you can play that flawlessly, then you are a grade A level guitar player. And there's very few that can actually play that. So he was, like I said, I think maybe the greatest that has ever lived. So it's just, I was stunned to see that. Oddly enough, yesterday afternoon, I was listening to Van Halen. As I was doing my workout, and I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, I wonder if Eddie can still play this stuff.
You know why you were listening to that? Because you're a rocker at heart. You sense something in the rock universe.
I still do listen to a lot of Van Halen, and it's on my workout playlist stuff. It's some of the best workout music that you have. And I'm like, I wonder if Eddie could still play this. And considering he passed early in the morning, I guess I got my answer.
That'd be a no.
That'd be a no.
Well, he's playing in the big sky.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
they say it was
kinda
a very rapid decline. Like he'd been battling for a while, and then all of a sudden, within like a few days, boom, 3 days, and he was done.
Yeah, it was quick. I thought it was really kind of interesting, too, that I saw one of the comments from the family said that, that hard partying lifestyle will come and get you. And The one thing about Eddie that I do remember is you can see the trouble signs. He used to always play guitar with a lit cigarette in the neck of his guitar.
Well, that was almost benign compared to some of the stuff that went down.
Yeah, they did some crazy stuff, but he died of the throat cancer, and he just was one of those guys that it was rare to see Eddie Van Halen without a cigarette.
Were they big drinkers, Van Halen? Did they go to that big party phase?
Yeah,
okay.
they were in that era.
Could you imagine going to that big party phase and then having all those egos? I mean, you can imagine why there's so many fights with rock bands.
Yeah, you can see why they broke up.
Cocaine and alcohol usually doesn't help with,
It's tough.
Celebrities are making millions of dollars on this OnlyFans site. I don't know if you saw the numbers, but this shocked me. Black China tops the list of celebrities on OnlyFans, and she makes, they say, $17 million a month.
So the people that signed up for the OnlyFans, they were all complaining because Bella Thorne came in there, and then China came in there and did everything. And what is it doing? Is it taking away opportunities from the regular people that were in there that are not celebrities?
I don't know, but they are bringing their brand power to the platform, and $17 million a month for showing your naughty parts. I mean,
that's Black China that's doing that?
Black China's on top. Then you've got Bella Thorne making $10 million a month, and Cardi B coming in at third place, making $8 million a month doing naughty stuff on OnlyFans.
Because it says right now, Black China's only worth $4.3 million.
Well, that needs to be updated according to OnlyFans.
It's causing drama, and I guess it's taking away opportunities from the regular girls and guys showing their naughty.
Of course it is. People would much rather see a celebrity's privates than somebody they don't know. It's just how it is.
You think
there's curiosity?
Oh, way more. They're a brand.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There's fascination there. I'd much rather see Black China than some girl that works at Walmart. Like, come on. I know who Black China is. I've seen her. She's been all over the celebrity news. She was a Kardashian family member for a short minute.
I just feel like $17 million is too much money. That doesn't seem right. There's something off with this story.
It seems really off.
There's no way.
I was shocked, but that's what they're putting out there. So it could be wrong. The dirt of the day has been wrong before. And we'll be wrong again. But I'm the middleman, so don't get all mad. And that's what's going on, and you're maybe not completely right, dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
This fun little viral clip that is going around from Wendy Williams. She was talking about President Trump and how he was downplaying the virus.
This can't be real, right? This is fake.
People are wondering, I don't know, because it's been around for a while, but apparently she is still having a difficult time correctly pronouncing the name of the virus.
Oh, President Trump, don't be afraid of Cornova.
What?
Don't let it dominate your life. Sir, are you serious? We are here out in the field. We are frightened of Cornova.
What?
You got it, so we could get it.
And listen to the enablers in the audience. Cornova.
Cornova.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, no.
Part of the problem.
Oh, no.
Audience is part of the problem.
Only got a 99% survival rate.
That can't be real, right?
I don't know. I mean, she's a lot.
Between her $17 million OnlyFans story and Kvj or whatever she's saying.
Cornova.
Cornova? What is Cornova?
That can't be real, man.
She doesn't think that's how you say Corona, right?
I don't know. She kept on calling Kevin Tracy during the interview we had with her.
After she insisted she always gets the name of her guest right.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's Wendy Williams for her. That's her viral clip, the Cornova. Oh.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an after-the-show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got in your mind today, Jaybird?
Ouija board.
Oh, yeah.
I know you two get freaked out by Ouija boards.
I just don't mess with them. Yeah.
We are in the time, Halloween time, which
Yeah.
I love, and people are sending me some great emails about Ouija board stuff and all about Halloween stuff. We have Weird and Whatever tonight as well at 6 p.m. And Heidi from Boynton sent me this email. She said, I bought my kid a Ouija board, and he's been playing with it for the last couple of weeks. My best friend immediately yelled at me saying, it's a gateway to the evil spirit world. She said, never mess with the Ouija board. I feel like she's overreacting. Do you believe that Ouija boards are dangerous, Heidi from Boynton? And, you know, it depends on who you ask. You're asking the wrong guy. I will say, hey, open up the Ouija board, see what can happen. If you talk to Vicky from the Weird Whatever podcast, she's going to say, don't you dare open that thing up. It can, you know, lead to a lot of crazy stuff. And then there's, you know, I would say probably the majority of the people who think it's just a board game. Get over yourselves, guys. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Well, I mean, the one thing that I would ask, I don't mess with them, but with anything, I would say, okay, well, can you show me the stories that are out there of somebody that got possessed by it, or, you know, it led to someone's death or something along those lines, or a haunting of your house? Are those stories there with a direct correlation to playing with a Ouija board?
Yeah, we've talked about it quite a bit. Even on this show, we've talked about it. And there are some people who really use it as a tool that don't think it's evil. And they really feel like if it's done the right way, a Ouija board is great. Now, again, that's going to cause some controversy in the ghost world, Virginia, because a lot of people think the Ouija board is pure evil. And I will say, I did the Ouija board back, like, we were doing it a lot back in 2009, 2010, and there was this one spirit that would always seem to come in named AZ. And this AZ spirit would try to act like someone's family member. And I remember we were doing the Ouija board that said my brother got into a car accident and died. And it was very freaky. And everyone doing the board, you felt like you could trust everybody there, but you never know. You know, if me, you, and Virginia all have our hands on the board, how do I know Virginia's not doing something goofy over here?
You won't catch me with these hands on no Ouija board. Not today, not tomorrow.
I know you guys are freaked out anytime I talk about bringing a Ouija board in, so I did bring one into the studio today.
Don't you dare.
I'm just kidding.
When's that ball kicking bit?
You being part of the church, Kev, growing up, was it something that you would hear about a lot?
It was something that, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, my mom and, you know, the church pretty much shies away from it because, you know, it is in the Bible, and if you do believe that you're supposed to stay away from that stuff. And there's even a story of it's Saul, and he conjures up the spirit of Samuel in the book of 1 Samuel to get some advice on a battle that he's going into. And it doesn't go well for Saul. And they basically are just saying, you don't play, you don't mess. Even if you could get something like, hey, this is to lead the Israelites to a victory against the Philistines, you still just don't try to dabble and cross into that other realm. And so it's very much, it's a black and white issue.
It didn't work out for Saul, so better not call Saul.
Don't call Saul, because he ain't going to answer after that. Yeah, so it led to his demise.
When Saul was conjuring up that spirit, was he warned, do not conjure up the spirit? This is against what you're supposed to be doing?
Well, he was dabbling in stuff that you weren't supposed to do. You know, he was messing with
that.
He went to a witch. And a witch.
Virginia?
He went to a Virginia.
You know I'm not a real ass witch, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, dog. You dress like one. You sound like one.
Yeah, he goes.
Might be a witch.
He goes to the Witch of Endor, who conjures up the spirit, and it's basically he gets chastised and shamed for even doing, like, what are you doing, man? I was chilling, and then he meets his demise.
Interesting.
So that's kind of the warning they do. So it's not even like, you could or you couldn't. It's a definite no.
I mean, it kind of feels goofy to say, okay, Hasbro makes or Mattel makes the Ouija board.
Yeah.
Is there anything really bad that's going to happen here?
Yeah, I'm more into to me, I think it is a elongated process, and I think that things can happen, kind of like the path where if you're always just kind of inviting them in and doing seances and putting toys by your bed and, things like that, that's usually where you kind of start to eventually wind up in trouble, and you don't sleep well and, those kind of things.
You say trouble, I say, hey, we got a national TV. That's a win.
You say party.
That's party, baby.
Yeah, spirit party.
Different strokes.
Yes.
Yes. So it just depends upon where you're coming from, and your upbringing probably has a lot to do with that. But the one thing that I would say, even to me, and I agree, show me those stories where immediately there was that, okay, something terrible happened. I mean, the story of Saul in the Bible is very much a definitive, okay, well, that goes to show you why you don't do that. But in real life, I don't know how many people pulled out a Hasbro board and then the next day wound up dead or possessed.
Exactly. And that's what you hear about the whole Bloody Mary thing. You go in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times. How many times has somebody gone into the bathroom mirror, turned out the lights, said Bloody Mary 3 times, and nothing happened? I want to hear about how Bloody Mary tried to kidnap you through the mirror.
The stories are interesting. Somebody did text in and said, don't play with Ouija boards. They are evil. I played with one, and afterwards my house alarm would go off when it wasn't even on. I would hear running upstairs when I was home alone, and I caught a voice on tape saying, get out of here. Don't do it.
I love it because I'm reading the chat room, and it's kind of half and half. People don't mess with the Ouija board, Bert. And then the other people go, Bert, it's such BS. Please bring out a Ouija board. Scare Kevin in Virginia.
Yeah, it just depends upon
I will
where
fist fight you up in here.
I've got ghosts. They have my back. I got demons, dog.
I got this cool thing that Denny's got me, this claw thing. Let's go.
Does that protect you from demons?
It protects me from you and your Ouija board. You go for the Ouija, I go for the lady tiger.
Oh, yeah. The claw.
Oh, she loves this lady tiger.
Oh, it's my new favorite thing. I bring it out when the kids are acting up. Y'all don't make me.
Yeah. And by the way, to clarify for Gabriel, I said the Bible mentions Ouija boards. No, I'm not saying it mentions a Ouija board. It's about conjuring spirits.
Wait, the Bible mentions Hasbro?
Don't y'all even step to Kevin on Bible facts.
No, I mean, I just want to clarify.
Gabrielle, you do not want to do no Bible off.
Stand down, Gab.
Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I just want to thank everybody that came out last night. So it was National Night Out, and the Jupiter Police did a parade through Jupiter, and they made Little Smiles the beneficiary of toy collections. So
that's great.
Little Smiles knows that the need is going to be so great this year with so many people out of work and so many families that are struggling to pay rent, much less thinking about toys for Christmas.
Right.
Like, I can't even imagine. It's probably going to be, they think, like triple or quadruple the normal need for toys in our South Florida communities, especially the communities that are already struggling, that were struggling before COVID. So last night we collected thousands of toys driving through the streets of Jupiter, and I was just so happy that they picked Little Smiles to be in it and be a part of it. We're waving at all the families. It was a long-ass parade, I gotta tell you that. It started at like 5:30. I thought maybe, this thing will be over in an hour. 8:30, I'm still in the parade, y'all.
The coronas is wearing it down. You gotta be parade
People
ready.
loved it, though. They came out even in the rain, and they stood out with their families to wave and give us toys. So it was kind of beautiful to see kids and grown-ups and everybody loving on Little Smiles.
It's nice to do things.
Yes.
And if anybody would like to donate, the Little Smiles Holiday Toy Drive is going on right now, trying to get some of these gifts together. And you can easily text Little Smiles to 44321. And there's actually a generous donor that's going to match what you give, dollar for dollar, up to $10,000.
So you double your money by doing it right now. It's amazing. Text 44321. Is that what it is?
44321.
44321. Sorry, I was in a parade. I didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, and they'll give you the hookup. Yesterday was unfortunately not a great day for South Florida sports. I started by watching the Marlins get pounded by the Braves in the afternoon.
Yeah, go Braves!
Yeah, Jaybird's team. They just have a lot of offense. The final score was 9-5. I was watching the game and I felt pretty good. I'm like, Marlins were up maybe 5-2, 5-3, something like that. I'm like, this is all good. I kind of walk around the house. I come back and the Braves have 9 runs. I'm like, wait, what just happened?
It can happen quick, Virginia.
It happened so fast yesterday. I blinked and it was just boom. The score was run up. It's only game 1 of a 5-game series in the National League Divisional Series. And there was some exciting stuff. Over the past 3 seasons, the Braves have a really good outfielder, Ronald Acuna Jr., and he's been hit 4 times by Marlins pitchers. And he comes up in the 3rd inning, And he had already had a home run like earlier in the game. And so the Marlins like, nah, I think I've kind of seen enough of you hitting home runs. So instead, they hit him. And it was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, basically right in the behind. And
this is what I think. If they did do this on purpose, this is when I think baseball's stupid. You're so butthurt someone hit a home run off you, so now you got to go throw at them.
Well, manager for the Marlins, Don Mattingly, he insisted that the Marlins did not hit Acuna intentionally. He said they were just trying to pitch him tight inside so that he couldn't get another home run.
Well, they have to say that because you're not allowed to hit somebody.
Yes, and so Alcantara, the Marlins pitcher, was on the mound, and even after the game, there were some tempers flaring, and they're talking because there is talk that Ronald Acuna Jr. is not done with Alcantara, who hit him with the pitch, and he's going to come after him. And there is going to be a fight somewhere, Virginia. It might be in the parking lot. It might be at a Denny's.
Denny's house?
I'd like to see that.
I don't even know, but this was Marlins pitcher Sandy Alcantara talking about Acuna Jr. and he said, hey, if you want to fight, you got to fight.
I mean, if he coming to me, I would get him. Doesn't matter what happened. If he's ready to fight, I'm ready to fight too. No matter what happened. Yeah, he don't say nothing, and I don't say nothing too. Like I say, if he's ready to fight, I'm ready to fight too.
If he's ready to fight, I'm ready to fight too. So can we get maybe a ring set up at a Denny's? And
a pay-per-view would probably sell.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'd be great.
It would sell. People would watch it now.
Yeah. So there you go. So the Marlins lose 9-5 in Game 1. You can tee it back up again today. And the Miami Heat last night, they played a tight game. It was tied with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but the Lakers just a little too much. They get the win, 102-96. The Heat are now down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Jimmy Butler didn't have the 40-plus that he had the other night, but he still had 22, 10, and 9. And Bam Adebayo was back to put in 15 points. But between LeBron James and Anthony Davis, between them, they had 50 points. Basically half of the Lakers scoring. Game 5 and possibly the final game of the NBA Finals is going to be happening Friday night. And there you go. That's unfortunately what I got on my mind. Coming up here, we got some interesting information. Jaybird has been doing a lot of adulting kind of stuff. He got himself a new car, and he's on deck to maybe make another big purchase we'll find out about coming up. Jaybird was talking about the Ouija board with what was on his mind, and we are starting getting the month of spirits where you're going to hear a lot of chatter about all that kind of stuff. But it's always kind of fascinating. I was just looking at an article yesterday about people that believe they've had communication with a loved one on the other side. And some of the stories are just like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
I feel like sometimes you can get communication with a loved one through a dream, and I feel like you wake up with a different feeling than a normal dream. And if you've never had that, you're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like you just wake up, your eyes open, and you kind of feel like they were in the room with you for a split second, then it's gone.
And you know something you didn't know before. A lot of times, like, it feels like, wow, okay, I did not realize that.
It's just a different, at least for me, it's a different feeling.
The one story that to me was really kind of crazy about this afterlife communication that you've had with a loved one. This one woman was talking about how her mom was brain dead and she was in the intensive care unit. And, communication obviously is really not going to be happening. So she was talking about how she kept squeezing her mom's toes, just hoping she would react, or if nothing else, just to let her know that, hey,
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're brain dead, but maybe, hopefully, something is, firing up there that even though you can't respond, you're like, okay. And it's comforting to you because I'm here and I'm going to be with you through this whole process. My mom passed, talked about in the story, and they said 2 weeks after her death, I kept feeling the exact same squeezing on the exact same toes in my sleep.
Oh.
Which, who knows, what that is. But
sure.
That to me is really kind of an interesting, what is that? Is that just in our own minds, a psychosomatic thing? Where we feel like someone's squeezing our toes, or is there really a spirit that is there squeezing your toes?
We've talked about the red cardinal appearing, when you're thinking about a loved one or you need that loved one to have contact with you.
Yeah.
And I get it. Some people hear those stories, go, all right, it's just a coincidence. A cardinal drops down while you're sad thinking about a loved one. But even if it's not real, Isn't that all you need sometimes in life? Just a little bit of hope, just to feel better when you go to bed at nighttime.
Yeah.
It gives you peace.
Yes.
That's what we all want.
I get it that, the cardinal, it may not be real, but when I say it may not be real, meaning, that whole...
It may just be a bird landing and taking a dump and flying away.
Exactly. But for me, I got to have it in my heart that, there was something more magical, for peace, for hope.
Mm-hmm. There was another story that was in the article. It was talking about how their son had passed away at 5.5 months old. And my husband and I asked him for a sign while we were standing right there to, just let us know we need the comfort of knowing that he was okay, because that's what's scary about it. We don't know what's on the other side. And one of the lamps at the side of his coffin went off and came right back on. And who knows what that was? Could have just been an electrical glitch, but
Could have been a guy in the back. Okay, hit the switch.
Yeah, did you hear what they just said here? Yeah, okay, good. All right. They'll write about this later.
When my mom passed, so her best friend came to visit her, and my mom and her best friend always had this thing about pennies. The head side of a penny was always a big deal. It was like their thing. And before my mom's friend left, she looked underneath the hospital bed, and there was a penny underneath it with the head up, and she grabbed it and kept it.
Wow.
Whether that was real or not, whether someone just dropped the penny or not, it was a message. It was a feeling of hope when she left the hospital room.
There are always some interesting conversations, and these are all done without Ouija boards, but I believe that every now and then we do see maybe some signs, if we're aware of it, that there is a peaceful way to give you some acknowledgement of the other side.
Perhaps we are walking past signs left and right, and we're just not in tune. Imagine you're walking everywhere you go in life. There's some kind of sign. Something's trying to get your attention, but you're on autopilot, man. You're not seeing it.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
I know.
I was doing a whole podcast series before Corona with my friend Jeff, and I have seen him do this so many times. It's probably like 30 times now I've watched him do this, where he has somebody sitting in front of him that lost a family member, and he doesn't know them. I purposely make sure he gets nothing ahead of time. Like, I want him to be walking in cold, and he gets really nervous because it tests him live on the podcast.
Sure, yeah.
And
on the spot.
He comes up with some random stuff, and I'm just like, there's no way he could have known what somebody's dog's name was. There's no way that he could have known how somebody's high school friend up in Buffalo died in a car accident.
Right.
Like, there's just details that you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I think it's real.
I know you believe in spirits, Kev.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on legit psychics? Do you think that's a real thing?
Yeah, I think there's some people that definitely could be in tune to that. I think that everybody's got their own gifts or spiritual gifts, and I think that some people have been given that gift for what reasons and to use it for what, I don't know.
My friend Jeff said he prayed for it because he watched like the Long Island Medium.
Wow.
And he loved what she did, and he said he prayed for it. And back in the day, he used to be, a pedicurist. So he prayed for the gift, and then he was rubbing this lady's feet, and all of a sudden he heard like voices saying, Anne is here, Anne is here. And he looked up at the lady, and he's like, as he's rubbing her foot, do you know somebody named Anne? Anne is asking to speak to you. And she started crying. She's like, my mom's name is Anne. She just died 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, how crazy, huh?
And that's how it started for him. And then he began talking to other mediums that do the same thing. And they began like coaching him and guiding him.
How to
and
sharpen
saying,
his skills.
Yes, how to do this, don't do that.
Like with any skill you might have.
Right.
You can become a better
He's
intuitive.
been doing it, I would say, probably about 7 years now, and he's gotten better, way better with time. Because I've been with him through the whole journey of him learning about it and crafting it, and it's just fascinating to me. What he comes up with, there's something going on.
I've always wanted to have that psychic off.
Yeah, I love it. He said he'd be down for it.
Yeah, like
Pit Vicky and Jeff against each other.
We're not pitting them against each other.
Hunger Games style.
Putting them in a room together and letting them all feed off of each other's energy and coming up with stuff. I know Jeff won't do it if it has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But if you do it in a positive realm and you want all of their forces to combine like superheroes, he would totally be into it.
It starts off positive, but the human spirit, the competitive competitiveness is going to come through. Psychic versus psychic, 2020. I love it. Let's bill it.
They got warm-ups, entrance music.
I've got 2 of them that want to be a part of it. So Jeff said he would do it.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law has a psychic that she trusts.
Okay.
That she said
We're
wants
putting
to
a team
do
together.
it. So we could actually do a 3-person psychic consortium. I don't even know what you call it.
Consortium sounds like it's bad for the bloodstream.
Sounds like it'd be hard to sell.
Yeah, and
Come check out our consortium. What
I don't
is
think
this?
that's the right word. I'll get back to you on the name of it.
Okay. Apparently, Jaybird said something very interesting and put himself in a little bit of a spot here where he said that he would do this by Halloween or else.
I don't even remember this. I don't
Okay.
know what I said. This is one of those moments where
Oh, Halloween's coming quick. Ask Rocco. He is counting the days. So excited.
me too. I'm with Rocco because the October 31st is going to be my first cheat day.
It's a Saturday.
I know. Oh, I'm going to go full gorilla. I may not make it out alive.
Well, lots of people, including Robert from Port St. Lucie, sent an email. He said, I'm currently listening to a podcast from Halloween last year.
Okay.
And Jaybird had this to say.
You could always stay at the house.
If I don't have a house by next Halloween, I want you to punch me straight in the balls.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll have a house next year.
You're going to have your own house.
Save this audio for 365 days from now. Gina gets to box Jaybird's balls.
Yeah, you could speed bag my nards if I don't have a house by October of 2020.
I hope you have your house.
Uh-huh.
I actually retract that statement. I hope you don't.
That was before the corones, dog. That was last year. So many things have changed.
I hear you, but a proclamation is a proclamation.
Thank you, Kevin.
We still got 30 days or 25 days or 23 days. What's the date?
How's it going?
It's going good. So yesterday was a big day. I made an offer on a house, so it's all moving forward.
Look at you. You're so grown up.
It's the house that I wanted, so all this waiting was worth it. Now, if you've bought a house before, you know this is just the beginning process, and a billion things can go wrong. But the first step, we've got through it.
Okay.
And there's an offer out there, and now we just wait.
You put an offer on a house that's not on the market, so that's good. You're not going to be fighting with anybody.
No, it's a very unique situation. It's a house that was, involved with my family. I don't want to say too many details just in case.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't work out.
But it's a special house
It
that
is.
you've known since you were young, and it would be so beautiful to have a full circle thing where you keep it in the family, and then you own it.
This house was very near and dear to my mom and Aunt Anne's heart as well, so it would work out nicely.
Yeah, spiritually, it's all tying together.
Spiritually, it is.
It's in the right neighborhood.
Yeah. It's not that far from Denny's. I mean, it's in Gardens, but it's right off of Military. I can go right up to Denny's place. It's perfect. There's a little area for a podcast studio. It is perfect.
Okay.
So let's hope.
We're praying for you
praying.
because you deserve this.
I'm actually praying for your balls.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to lose that. I think I'm not going to have a house by October 31st.
You got just over 3 weeks.
Well,
It's not going to happen.
You can say, I need to speed up the closing. My balls are on the line. Put these people to work.
I think my nards are going to miss it by a good solid week.
Wow. Yeah. She said speed bagging, so I guess they got to dangle and let her go, huh?
I got to get working on a speed bag so I can get my rhythm.
It takes a rhythm. There's a technique to
I
it that I
know.
could never get down.
I've watched videos.
Yeah.
It's time to get in
Start
the
working
gym.
on it. I can take you to 9 round. We can start working on it.
I love
I'm
it.
actually very confident. I think my nards are prepared for this. Maybe not 10 years ago. They're ready for it now.
They're ready now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I demand skin on skin, just so you know.
I mean, you shot one of them with a paintball. You think I'm scared of your hands? No.
All right. Well, your nards are on the clock. Let's see how it times out. Got actually a message on our KVJ show Twitter. Somebody saying, hey, I don't know if you've been watching Big Brother.
Yes.
The Cody-like count.
Oh, my gosh. We have a
We
new
did.
champion.
We saw it.
Kev, I didn't even send you the entire clip. There was more likes in the clip.
Kelly had hit us up. She said, if you need another like bit for the show, last night's Big Brother episode with Cody is perfect. And they said it was pretty amazing, apparently, just how many times that Cody was rattling off likes.
It's pretty obnoxious, and you can tell that he was lying. I feel like sometimes when people are lying and making up details, they just like you to death.
So this is a true master. This is Cody from Big Brother, and just how many times he's able to work like into his conversation here.
Destroys the people from Love Island.
Okay, this is about a minute-long clip. So if, I would say a good number for a minute would be 36 likes.
That would be pretty good.
That would be very strong if he can get over that.
You might get to a point where you shut off the clip because your ears and heart just can't bear
Okay,
it.
I just want to
You might throw in the towel.
I want to get a little idea. Of just,
It does go long, and it was really annoying. Maybe because we've been doing it a lot already, and I'm kind of liked out.
I don't know. I usually like the like game. Love Island, I'm usually recording and editing it. I'm not sick of it. This rubs, it annoys me.
I don't like it when it's a dude. I like it when it's a chick. Is that weird?
Well, you hate men. So.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
But it's making fun of him.
It is.
I should like making fun of Cody.
Okay. Well, here's exactly how good he is, because they're saying he is probably the greatest like monster of our era.
Cody, are you there?
Trying here.
Cody? Denny's! Oh, Kevin's computer's broke again.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
damn,
some reason
Denny's.
it's not here. I didn't see it. I was trying to go off email. It's not playing here.
I just sent it to Denny's again.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I didn't send it to him the first time, so this whole thing is like my problem. Like, it's my fault.
It's like your fault.
It's totally like
I
my
don't
fault.
know, like and for me, like, because I'm in the same headspace as you, like, I don't think like 3 weeks down the line, because like something had happened.
It's a little arrogant.
Like, and if I'm being honest, like if you put me 3 weeks ago, like, and said like, and like asked me like, granted, like
So this isn't unedited. This is just how much he's saying like.
I think it is edited down because they talk for so long, and
Okay.
it seemed produced to me, but it is one conversation.
It is slightly produced. It seems to be 5 different clips, but he's going on a run during each one.
Well, the clips that I got, this is from one conversation in a room. So
it's one conversation, but I think they did do little choppy edits, of course, because he's talking to another person, and that person did speak.
Okay. Let's see what else we get here from Cody.
personal relationship with everybody. I'm like, I'll try to figure it out, like, and have the conversation. So that's why I'm like I just wanted to, because I was like, it was yesterday that, like, I even talked to Memphis, and I was like, yo, I was just like, starting to feel, and I was like, I don't want there to be any miscue with me.
He's good.
He's your star.
He's really good.
He's bringing it. And you know what? You told me something the other day, and it stuck with me about Cody. You said Cody is playing dumb.
He is.
And I was like, really? I didn't think he was. I just thought he was dumb.
No,
So
he's
you
not.
think he's intentionally throwing in the likes?
No, I don't think he's intentionally throwing in the likes, but he does play stupid, like he doesn't know stuff, and I can see he's acting a mile away.
Okay.
I think you're right. I
Yeah,
started
I am.
to see it last night.
Yeah, well, the chicks love him, and
he's hot.
He's got a whole act.
I don't like him as much as I like Tyler. I like Tyler more.
Kev, what do you think about Tyler on a show you've never watched before?
No idea. Have no clue. You guys are gonna have to go solo on this one. I got no idea what you're talking
I mean,
about.
I could go for a while. I'm in it. I dreamt about Tyler last night. We were friends. We were hanging out. We were going places. I woke up. I was like, please don't evict Tyler.
Okay. I keep getting messages about how many times I'm using like. I got to realize that I have got a developing problem here.
I think everybody does. If you have kids, especially if you're around younger people, it gets on you. It's more contagious than Corona.
I had this problem slightly back at our old station, and somebody called me out on it, and I listened to the audio, and I didn't like it, so I consciously worked on it, and it's hard work. You have to have conversations in your personal life and consciously work on not saying the word like.
That's
And-
too much to think about.
But that's
Then
how you.
I'm
That's how
gonna
you
say stupid stuff.
That's how you break it. I'm telling you, you have to go into personal conversations and seriously concentrate on not saying like to break the habit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. In both times, because people have even sent the audio, and they were right. I was going as much as Cody. And it was both times I was overly emotional. I was very emotional.
You were telling a story.
Yes. And I just kept going.
Yeah, telling
I
a
couldn't believe
story,
it.
or if you have to tell a story and then you have to mess with equipment, you're trying to get
Which you
your-
do. That's every story you tell. You're over there hitting buttons to make sure that everything else goes right.
Yeah. Trying to make sure
beat
we got
yourself
stuff.
up. Don't beat yourself up.
Well,
Don't read the comments too.
He has to read the comments.
I got to read the comments.
You told me not to read the comments.
Otherwise, we ignore every comment that we ever get to the show.
I stopped reading the comments.
These guys are jerks. They never respond.
Yeah, people started getting mad at me, and then I started responding, and then I started getting into fights. I don't know what to do anymore.
Unfortunately, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. I mean, if I read the comments and it's mean, I will fight back, and it's a whole heap of problems.
Just only read the nice comments.
That's impossible.
It doesn't. We need them color coded. Could we get some kind of system that's like green and red?
You got to color code all the comments.
Yeah. Good luck.
Is this the new clip? Yeah. Okay. This is the one that was sent in. This is another one than what we had yesterday, and it said, "Yeah, I'd like to request a birthday shout out." This is for my daughter Maddie. She turns 11 on Thursday. We'll get to that and put that back in the pile. But the whole thing was. Yeah, I'm cracking up at Kevin's Love Island clip today. I had sent an audio clip to my mom to hear what Kevin was saying about DeSantis last week, and this is what she texted me back. She is like, he is like, what education is that? And you're right. When you start throwing out all these likes, people think you're uneducated. And I told you that I noticed with my son, Colin, who is
the most educated person we know.
He's going for a PhD at Georgia Tech. He's already got a degree at Michigan, and he's an educated individual.
They're paying him to go to college.
Right.
This kid is so smart.
But he's dropping a lot of likes, and I'm like, if it can get this kid.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with intelligence. It's really just bad habit.
It's a disease, I believe, that is infecting America's youth.
And it's a verbal crutch, too, that maybe while you're thinking and buffering, it's a word to give you a half a second more time.
But it is some people, when they say it, it stands out more than others. For me, your light doesn't stand out to me, but there are certain teenagers, for whatever reason, that it's every other word, and it stands out.
Well, I got going on a run here, and I admit this is egregious. I've got a problem I got to work on. That on Friday, DeSantis is like, enough's enough. I'm done with the nonsense. He basically he took the state into phase 3, and he's like, we're opening it back up. And he said, if we have a spike, I don't care. We're not going back. He's like, this is it. He's like, I'm not doing this again. He's like, it's been a mess. He's like, this is how we're living it. And he's like, if you're young, go out there. He's like, your survival rate up to the age of 19 is 99%. Yeah.
Okay. So you're using it as an open quotation mark. You're starting
I think you're right, yeah.
quote. Each quote, when you quoted DeSantis, you begin with like, so that people know it's not you saying that, it's him saying that. It's your point of differentiation.
Okay. It's air quotes.
Yes.
Virginia's like kissing your ass. Like,
no, I'm just telling you what it is.
Well,
don't come for Kevin, y'all, because y'all going to get a little pit bull on you.
I only counted 8 on that one. That's not that bad.
It was a great solid run. That's 24 seconds. I'm like, okay. And I just said like again. See, when I start saying like, I get caught in the like. It's a disease, yo. Okay, coming up here, what is Halloween going to be looking like in this age of COVID and also Thanksgiving, which is right around the corner? They asked people about what they were going to do, and we'll get to that coming up here. Got some celebrity birthdays as well for you here today. Happy birthday to Louis Capaldi. Play him a good bit here on 97.9 WRMF. He's turning 24 years old today. Tony Braxton is 53. Simon Cowell turns 61. Tico Torres, the drummer for Bon Jovi, is 67.
Yeah. Don't want to brag, but I've cleaned his clubs before.
Yeah. I think he has moved. Is he in... Where'd he go?
I know
he's
Kendall?
I think he's in Miami-Dade somewhere. I can't remember if he moved to Kendall.
South Florida, local ties, because you always see him doing local charity work, donating beautiful gifts to charity auctions, showing up.
He was a member at the fancy club I used to work at, the golf club. That's how I cleaned his clubs.
Was that the name of it?
Rhymes with Schmadmiral Schmove.
I don't know the Smeagol smemrifications for this, so I'm going to back out. It was funny though, because when I first started working there, he wasn't a member yet, and all of the rich people didn't know who he was. And there was one day he was up at the driving range. I mean, hitting the ball like a monster. And you look over there, and he kind of looks like a rocker, and you could hear the members talking. Who the hell is this guy? Who is this guy?
He's got tattoos.
Yeah, he had tattoos. He had the rock and soul patch going.
I don't know if we approve of tattoos on our golf course.
And then he was playing with the rich boys.
Yeah.
And then they figured out who he was. They're like, oh, we take it back.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Tico might have gone to Doral. I wonder if he's still golfing, if he plays at Trump International there a good bit.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
that's his new course.
It's a little south from me.
Yes, it is very south for Virginia. Virginia, that's a 4-hour drive for you.
Everything's south of
So
you.
far.
Yeah. John Cougar Mellencamp turned 69 today, and Joy Behar is 78. So that's some of your celebrity birthdays. Also want to do a shout out here for Laura turning 30 and Carly turning 26. So there you go. You got some birthdays. So happy birthday to y'all, ladies. If you ever have a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show, you can let us know. Just send us that email, mail@kvjshow, mail@kvjshow.com. So what are the holidays going to look like? We asked about this the other day here on the KVJ show. Does Halloween start out the holiday season? And majority of the people that responded said yes, it does. A lot of people feel like this is it. We're in the holiday season, and I get it. I think I side on that and agree because it does. It just feels endless and it's fun. When you start to get into Halloween, it's just having one thing after another to look forward to. Yeah. But what is it going to feel like and look like this year? Should we taper our expectations? Is the joy going to be a little bit more diminished like about everything else here in 2020? Or is it like full blown, like we're going to make up and even do extra?
I don't think it's going to be full blown, but I do think you're going to see a lot of people celebrating Halloween this year. People are ready to do something. They just are.
You're right.
I was wondering because I was at the Palm Beach Outlets over the weekend, saw a lot of cars, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it's good. People are getting back out shopping again. And then I kind of looked over to the other side, and it wasn't nearly as packed, and I saw the Halloween store there. I'm like, oh, I bet that's what's drawing people.
People are going to get their costumes.
So I was wondering, I'm like, could it be that even the spending on Halloween is up over last year? What I saw today, though, apparently not. They say it's down 8%.
And I can see that. I don't think Halloween's going to be as popular this year just because of the corones. But again, you're going to see people. You're going to see people in their 40s trick or treating this year, right?
I don't think Panda is going to want to go trick or treating just because he's set a little bit more conservative. But I think Rocco is going to want to go trick or treating.
Sure, yeah.
And I got the antibodies, so I'm going to take him.
You're kind of antibody bragging right
I know.
now.
I have been.
I don't want to get into a Halloween fight with you, but I disagree. I think Panda does want to do trick or treating this year.
You got a mask on anyway.
Because you know my man better than me.
I'm just saying.
Listen to this.
That's what he's trying to say.
So we might have to do that bit head to head. Who knows Panda better?
I'm bragging about antibodies. You're bragging about Panda love.
He is. That he is.
We should do a Panda off.
I think have we done this bit before where me and Virginia go head to head
about Panda?
Who knows Panda better?
I think so.
It sounds familiar.
It feels familiar, but
that's all right. We redo all of our bits anyway.
Yeah, we're hacks.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's the same show over and over again. I think what's going to be interesting to see what people do for their trick-or-treat candy to make it the most sanitary possible way. And I'm sure we'll probably get into that a little bit more. Everything from people using tubes and, dropping a piece of candy in it down to the other side is what some people were doing. And I'm sure probably Lysoling off your candy, when you get home, the stuff that's in wrappers is probably going to be a good idea that people are going to do. So it's still going to go on, and even some businesses are going to make up the slack. I saw Lowe's is going to do drive-through trick-or-treating. So they're just trying to get people to stop by their stores.
You say Lowe's?
Lowe's, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, Lowe's and Home Depot have been steady packed.
I mean, as a kid, I hated going to places like Home Depot. Because there's no toys or, stuff to do. Oh, cool, I get to see wood.
Yeah. But I can see that now with all the home improvement projects people are doing. They've got to be one of those few businesses that they're up from last year.
They are steady packed. Every time I go, I can't believe how many people are there.
Did you all have that? Do you remember it was like the low budget Home Depot back in the day? And this is where we would go. Builder Square. Does that sound familiar to you at all? Really?
No.
It might have been just a Florida thing.
Maybe it was a local, yeah.
I think it was almost kind of like
regional.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had that, and really, we used to have local hardware stores when I was a kid growing up.
Ace Hardware.
Yeah,
That's still around.
I still have that. There's one in Tequesta that I go to all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of those big little mom and pop places got put out of business by your Home Depots and your Lowe's.
You're right.
They got so big. So how are people going to be handling the holidays itself? I was looking at, ways that people might make it safe other than, doing the social distancing. They say that especially in Florida, you'll probably see more Thanksgiving dinners outside. They would recommend that you do that if you can. If you have a dining area outside, maybe start working on that now.
Just hope it doesn't rain on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, or it's not like 80 degrees and muggy.
We're usually good because I noticed that about the second week of November, it really does. Because it was muggy this morning. But I've noticed every year since I've been here, 21 years, I pretty much chart it. And it's just like magic. The second week of November, boom, it's gone.
Because it does bum me out to eat hot mashed potatoes with hot gravy out in the hot sun.
Yeah. I think hopefully you should have great weather. So it actually might play to start thinking about, okay, where would I serve a dinner outdoors and how could we do that? I say guest lists might get a little bit tighter. So this is going to be a bad year for creepy uncles. They just might not be making the cut.
Creepy uncle always gets in somehow, though. He finds a way.
Yeah, if he can do it in the year of COVID, that's going to be impressive. And they say only having one person serve the food and drinks is possibly a more sanitary way.
Okay, so instead of doing like a buffet style where everybody walks up and grabs the spoon and scoops the corn, one person makes plates for everybody.
Yeah.
All that goes out the window as soon as you add drinking involved.
You're right.
He's right.
As soon as that happens.
Mm-hmm. And does this feel weird to you? And would you do this in your home? 30% of people say they plan on taking people's temperature before they come into their homes for the holidays.
I would not, but I mean,
taking temperature, 30%.
You wouldn't do that, Virginia.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. But I'm not having a bunch of people over either.
At least you don't know that yet, but people still may show up.
Uncle Jaybird, the creepy uncle. He shows up drunk. You're like, what?
No.
How did you get here? It's noon. You're already drunk?
It's good. It's impressive.
He Ubered from West Palm and it cost $80.
No, it actually does. No, going to Virginia's place up and back is about an $80 trip, man.
It is no joke. 80 before tip.
You have to drink just because you're like, this doesn't feel right. It shouldn't cost this much money.
Why am I going so far?
Mm-hmm. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, we have got the Song Association game. I mention a word. You've got to, in 3 seconds, start singing a part of a song with that word in it, a popular song. We'll see how our team does coming up next. Time for the Song Association game. I am going to come up with a word here, and then you've got 3 seconds to sing part of a popular song with that word in it. Okay, to stay alive, you got to belt the song out. If not, then you are eliminated from the contest.
You hear that, witch?
I know. I'm the weak link.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's tough to rip up somebody.
I know.
Look,
you're right.
I agree with the negative comments.
You're negative and correct.
He's positive K. You are negative V.
I am very self-aware. I suck at this game.
Yeah, I'm so bad. All right, we'll start off with you, Virginia.
All right. Hope I don't disappoint you again.
Oh, you will.
Okay. I'm going to give you a word that I think we all use a good bit. Your word is like.
Like a virgin.
Right at the buzzer.
Dang.
Okay. Virginia stays alive.
Oh my God, that hurt my brain so hard.
Okay, Jaybird. Song association game. Your first word is everyday.
Everyday people.
Okay, all right. We'll take that.
Everyday people.
Yeah. You sang it.
Thanks, Denny. I like Denny.
Yeah, people, yeah.
That's real
Every day.
optimistic. Okay, song association game. Denny's, your word is high.
She's so high,
Oh,
she's so
yes.
lovely.
Tal Bachman.
Denny's loves that song.
I do not love that song.
I'm with you. I hate that song.
Terrible song.
It is terrible.
Ugh.
Tal Bachman.
It's a rough one. I think we play it every now and then.
Oh, it does.
It
Pops
sneaks in, Kev.
Does it?
It must test well.
Well, we need to find that and remove it from the system. Okay, back to you. Round 2, Virginia Song Association game. Your word is dirty.
Dirty pop. Dirty pop.
Oh, wow. NSYNC. Haven't heard that in a while.
I know you love NSYNC. That one's
I
for
do.
you over there, Riggs.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Jaybird, your word is the number 2. TWO. Go.
1 is the loneliest number. 2 is the loneliest it is.
I mean,
Denny's giving me.
Even Denny's is like,
Yeah.
weak sauce.
1 is a 2 is a number that can always.
Okay. I mean, even Denny's goes, I mean.
Come on, dog. I had a rough week.
sure, it's good to have you back.
He had to stay home with no COVID.
Yeah, I've been lonely.
Non-COVID Carl.
It's just me and my dog talking about how I don't have COVID. It's been very lonely.
I'm just here.
Just let me play, man.
Okay, over to you, Daddy's round 2. Your word is someone.
Need somebody to love. That's somebody. Darn it.
Okay, Denny's is out of the contest. It's a head-to-head battle now with Vicious V and Jaybird.
How did I make it this far?
I don't know if I should be allowed in either.
I don't think I deserve to be here.
I know I don't.
Okay, Virginia, your next word in the Song Association game is lost.
Lost Boys. Lost Boys.
The buzzer,
Duran.
Great song.
In a hell.
People are saying we sound stoned.
Okay, Jaybird, your word is mountain.
Rocky Mountain Range, I keep on loving, and I keep
Smoky,
on
but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
You got the mountain part right. Yeah.
Look at your friend. It's Smokey.
Smoky Mountain Range.
Okay, you're still alive. Back to you, Virginia. Let's see if we can shake somebody out here in the Song Association game. Who's going to be the winner?
This is a terrible round.
You can cut the tension with a knife.
Virginia, your word is sun. S-O-N.
Don't let the sun go down on me.
That's not sun. It's wrong sun.
Yeah. S-O-N.
Unless you're talking about something very dirty.
Depends on who's singing it.
You made that very filthy.
Yeah, well, that's the adult version of that song.
Don't let your son.
All right.
Yeah.
We got it.
She's gotta go. She's gotta push it. Kat.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, Jaybird, if you can get this one correct, you are the winner.
Get it, please, so the game's over.
I love this game.
But come on, it's gone on long enough.
Okay. All right, maybe the final one regardless.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm having a great time. I'm back in the saddle over here.
End this. I'm bored. I want to move on.
We're singing. We're having fun now. It must stop now.
Okay, Jaybird, your word is stay. Go.
You say, you stay. I don't hear what I want to. Don't stay. Stay. Stay.
You say, is that Lisa Loeb?
It was. You
Okay.
say, and you stay.
I think the song's called Stay.
It is called Say.
Stay. She does say stay at some point during the song.
Does she?
I'm pretty sure. Chat room, help me out here. I'm pretty sure Loeb hits the word stay.
Because I missed you. I'm trying to find. You say.
Lover's crying because the other won't stay.
Oh.
You didn't sing that part,
Damn it,
though.
brother.
Yeah.
Do you want me to leave?
Okay, I'll give you one more round here real quick.
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind.
Come on, man. No, we got to get a winner. Don't let the witch get in your head.
He's right.
It's
He's right.
It's Halloween time. She's
Okay.
using witch powers on you.
I'm just being a witch over
All right.
here.
Final round to shake it loose. This will be our final overtime. Virginia Song Association game. Your word is river. Go.
River of Dreams.
Yeah, say it. It's not a rap song.
River of Dreams. It does not go that way.
Okay, Jaybird, you can win it if you can get this one correct. Your word is hell.
Highway to hell.
There we go. All right. One more round and we got a definite winner.
Kevin gave me a softball.
Yeah, I had to end this thing. Am I the jerk for keeping Grandma's diamond? What do you think about this? Saw this post up online. It said, my mother-in-law is the meanest woman alive, and for 10 years, I endured her constant barrage of insults and hurtful remarks. About 4 years ago, I was driving her to the airport to catch her flight back to New York. During the ride, she noticed that the diamond center stone of her wedding ring was missing. Her insurance company subsequently reimbursed her for the loss, and she got a shiny new and even bigger diamond as a result. Now, 2 years later, her son and I divorced, and she was partially responsible for that. After the divorce, the sweet man I married became a male version of his mother.
Oh, boy.
I've not received any court-ordered child support or reimbursement for medical and dental expenses in over these last 2 years. I have a 9 and 7-year-old that need braces and glasses, and as a single mom, I don't have the money. Well, last weekend, I was cleaning out my car, preparing to trade it in, when I found a sticky blob embedded in the carpet in the trunk. After analyzing it and cleaning it up a bit, I realized that it was a big diamond. I knew right away that it was my former mother-in-law's diamond that she lost on the way to the airport that day. She must have knocked it out when she was repackaging the luggage that I had done a terrible job of putting in the car. You're doing it all wrong. Here, let me do it. Now I'm trying to figure out what the universe is telling me to do. Now, morally, it is likely the best thing to call this woman, which I don't even want to in the first place, and tell her that I have her diamond. But part of me feels like this is karma swinging back into my favor and giving me the means that her son should be doing anyway. Am I the jerk if I keep this diamond without notifying its rightful owner?
You're not a jerk. The universe is giving you this diamond because of everything you've been through. And you are going to take this money and put it to use on her grandkids. This is not you being a jerk at all.
Okay.
I've been told you're not supposed to do stuff with jewelry that's not your. If it's got some kind of karma to it, see what I'm saying? If anything's a little off, you should not mess with jewelry, especially when it comes to weddings. That's what I've heard.
I would sell the stone and take the money to pay for the expenses of braces and whatever else you have for the kids. Don't even think twice about it. This is the universe sending you a gift. This dirtbag doesn't even cover the cost of medical stuff for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
No. This is a gift from heaven. Take it.
Okay. Well, majority of the people are saying that, yeah, take it. That's what the people are saying right now. You're not the jerk.
You're not.
If you do.
She was the jerk for the way she treated you all that time. This is just karma.
Okay.
And it didn't even hit her because she got a new, better ring. She's not going to be hurt by this whatsoever. So I would say nothing.
I don't know what's up with the. I'm with you. I don't know what's up with the greatest generation here, but there's another complaint here. Am I the jerk for sucking up to my racist grandfather?
Oh, boy.
Okay. This email says, my grandfather is a rich white racist who is about to die and is planning to leave everything to me. He disowned my mom when she married a black man in the 90s and has never given her any money. So we all grew up poor as a result, despite him being worth over $10 million. When I was younger and he used to visit, he would always spout some anti-black or anti-Jew or anti-Mexican propaganda. He would also loudly say how much he hated my quote-unquote monkey dad.
Oh, my.
I have 2 adult siblings, but neither of them look as white as I do, so I guess that's why I've always been the favorite. I've not spoken to him for almost 20 years, so it was a surprise when he reached out to me, and he would like to see me. So my plan is to visit him in the hospital every day until he dies. I'll listen to his stupid worldviews and racist comments. I will agree with him and express my own hate. This will be a lie, of course. I will talk BS about white supremacy, etc. Then I'll be in his will and inherit a ton of money, which will set me up for life. My mom is all for it, but my dad is against it, saying he doesn't want me around that POS. I hate my grandpa, and I know that the world will be better off without him. But I will be better off with his money, and I think this is only a small compromise to make for the greater good. I plan on splitting the money equally with my family. If I don't do this, who knows where Grandpa's money goes? Am I the jerk for giving a racist this satisfaction on his deathbed?
I don't know if you have to agree and chime in. When Grandpa starts going off on a racist tirade, you can just sit there and listen to him and tell him, you know, you don't have to say that you agree with him. That would be where I would draw the line. As soon as you feel like you have to start being a racist, then you've changed who you are for money, and nobody should ever do that. Now, can you sit there and nod and maybe hold his hand and smile at Grandpa? Sure.
You can be kind.
You can be kind.
Even though they're a horrible person, it is good to be able to do that.
I would not at all sit there and just let him say stuff. I would try to talk with him and go, look, you're wrong to think that. Why do you think? I would try to have a conversation with this cat, although something tells me he's probably not going to want to have a conversation.
Yeah, it's too late. This guy's not going to change. He's about to die anyway. Bye. We won't miss you, racist. But you can take the money and you can do beautiful things for your family that he ostracized. I say you nod, smile, and cash the check and share it with everybody.
Yeah. And I would hope that she gets a majority of that money. I'm wondering. I mean, she seems to be very confident that she is. That'd be the worst to do this and then get nothing.
Oh, it's a chick? I thought it was a dude.
How much money are we talking here? Did it say?
10 mil.
10 million. Goodness.
That's a lot of money. I can nod and smile a lot for 10 mil. And just know in the back of your head, he's a dumb, dying racist.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So not the jerk if she doesn't give in and just sit there and agree. That's not necessary.
I think for what you're going to be able to do with that money for your family, you can change the trajectory of hate that he created.
Hey, definitely. That's life-changing money there.
You can take some of that money and create a scholarship for, at-risk black youth. And you can do beautiful things to contradict the hate he threw out in the world.
That's nice.
You could life change for people.
Got one more email here. Somebody want to know if they're the jerk. Am I the jerk if I don't be my best friend's best man? Says, I had a very serious girlfriend in high school. We dated from the middle of our sophomore year until graduation. I went into the service after that and then got deployed. We talked about marriage, but we both agreed that we were too young. I was able to come home for a weekend in my first year, and when I did, my girlfriend told me that she just couldn't do a long-distance relationship anymore. I was crushed, and it was hard being away from home without having her to correspond with. Well, a few months later, one of my friends lets me know that my ex was now dating my best friend. I confronted him about it, and he said it just happened. Apparently, he was there for my girlfriend while I was deployed, and they started hanging out.
Oh, hell no.
Well, this all happened 3 years ago, and I am back home and dating a really awesome girl. My former best friend has now reached out to me last week to let me know that he and my ex recently got engaged. He said they were planning a wedding for early 2021, and he was wondering if I would consider being the best man.
What?
He said that he misses that we aren't as close, and since I am in a serious relationship now, that maybe I can forgive him and we can go back to the way we were. I told him that I'd have to think about it. I hung up the phone and I got really drunk. Okay.
Well, that means you're not over it either.
Yeah.
There's still some residual feelings
You
of
don't
hurt.
have to be over it.
No, you don't have to go to that thing.
No, and you certainly don't have to be his best man. I mean, things change. Friends fall out of your life when they treat you bad. That's called growing and learning and not accepting that kind of behavior from people you allow in your inner circle.
Do you know who goes to that wedding?
A bitch.
A monk. Someone that's spiritually just at a different level. I forgive you. That's
No.
most people are not going to go to that wedding.
Don't punk out. Don't go because they did you wrong. You wish them the best, but you don't have to stand up for them.
I was raised not to go to a wedding like that.
Amen.
Couple of text thoughts. Somebody said, okay, look, on the first email about keeping the ex-mother-in-law's diamond, you're not the jerk for keeping it. However, having been going through this process with the courts for the past 3 years, there will come a point when you're asked where you got the money from to pay for these expenses. Every penny in and out of your bank account is and will have to be accounted for, and you will have to testify to this.
That's not true.
It's not. Okay.
You can totally sell that thing to somebody. Maybe not get full value for it, but you can make it a real discreet transaction.
You gotta know a guy.
I'm telling you, you can sell stuff without a paper trail like that. I mean, how much can the diamond be worth? Maybe $9 grand, $10 grand. I mean, even if it's a big ass rock.
I don't know. Only diamonds I'm into are Neil.
Somebody else said technically it belongs to the insurance company because they paid out on it. So send it back to her and then tip the insurance company that she has the diamond that she made a claim on, and then she'll get arrested for insurance fraud.
That's a lot of work, and now you put the bad karma back on you. I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay. All right. There you go.
I don't know.
Anything that you want to get the reading on, we're happy to hear your comments and emails and questions. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. And we'll discuss, am I the jerk? You ask the question, we'll definitely let you know here on the KVJ Show. Oh, look at Jaybird over there. He's getting all ready for World Record Wednesday. Going to be coming up here in about 30 minutes. Has to do with the balloons. So he's over there getting them all blown up, showing off his wind power.
This one could backfire.
He don't got corona. Look at him.
I
You're
know.
right. I can blow as many balloons as I want.
Blow up?
Blow up.
Yeah. Key word there you kind of missed.
You need the word up.
Yeah.
It could literally blow up in my face.
Oh, it could. Yeah. Now, if anybody missed the show last couple of days, you were out because you didn't feel really well on Monday, and so you wanted to get a coronavirus test just to make sure that you were negative before you came in here with it. And so you got a negative test yesterday. We put it up on the KVJ Show Facebook page, so you're all good there. But October, you've said, is going to be kind of like a reset month for you for health and wellness.
Yeah, I do. I try to do this at least once a year. I've done it twice this year.
Yeah.
I need to drink more water. I tend to get dehydrated a lot, and I was drinking so much damn soda, it was drying me out. And so I'm off the soda, and I don't want to say I'm off it forever, because I said that once before, and then the pressure of not drinking soda made me go back to drink soda.
You're a normal guy. You know, we go up, we go down. We have phases where we are good with our diet, and then we have phases where we're bad. That just means you're living life and you're normal.
We did that backwards mile last week, and I felt way too sluggish. So I made some changes in October.
Okay.
My dad's doing it too, so Beckett from the Weird Whatever's doing it as well. And I'm just, I am losing weight at an alarming rate, so the sickly comments are starting to show up. I was a little sick, y'all. I didn't feel well. I wasn't eating, and I was going to bed, and I was waking up in a terrible, terrible sweat. So I've had some blood work done. I go to the doctor on Friday. I have felt a little off, so we're going to check out to see what my blood is like. You know, Virginia saw me on Saturday, and I really thought it was the caffeine. I still think it's the caffeine. I was doing so much caffeine, and then I stopped cold turkey.
Caffeine and the processed sugars, and then you just stop all that. Your body goes through a withdrawal.
It was really bad.
It's like a drug addict goes through a withdrawal. It's a real thing.
If you really are addicted to the caffeine or the sugar like I
or
am,
both.
or both.
It's real, and you can't discount it, because your body really does have to be weaned off of it slowly, and you went cold turkey.
I did.
And your body was like, what?
So we're just going to get a thorough look through my blood. I've been having terrible dizzy spells and really horrible bouts of vertigo.
Oh, yeah.
And just my overall energy is really kind of zapped out. Friday, we're going to see what's going on.
And that's the smart thing to do. If something's not right, go get your blood work done, and then figure it out.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right.
We'll figure it out.
Now, you had talked about the sickly comments, and so I think that you and Denny's would put a challenge on yourselves to, build up some lean muscle, which I think is impressive. Denny's brought up this push-up challenge.
He's the one calling me out.
Okay.
Peace Train, Denny's.
So we've had you both do push-ups on the show before. I don't think either one of you cracked 10, and I think it was more.
It was a sad showing.
I think Denny's beat me by
He
1. I
did.
think he did get 10. I think I had 9. He had 10.
Okay.
I think.
That seems generous.
Probably. It might have been 4 and 5.
Try it.
He might have had 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was,
I can't remember.
I feel like you're doubling that number.
10.
Do you remember
Yeah.
how many did you do?
I think I got 10. I think I went specifically for 10.
I think he got 10. I was just under, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I remember 10 being tough, too.
10
I think
is
I
tough.
want to see it again. I think maybe we should do this because we need to. If you guys are going to do this push-up challenge, shouldn't we do something right now to get the exact number? Because we're just swinging at air right now.
So what exactly is the push-up challenge? I know there was talks about it. You had been challenged. Now you have to do push-ups.
Yeah, so my buddy Gilberto challenged me, which is awesome because it's 25 days of doing 25 push-ups. My return was, I'm going to attempt the challenge because I like that I got challenged for it and I like, helping out. But I don't know if I could do 25 push-ups a day. So I was going to start off maybe on day 1 push-up, then 2, and build to 25.
Well, you can also break them up during the course of the day. I think people that do push-up challenges, they'll do how many they can do, and then they'll come back.
That's what I think
later.
it is.
Yeah.
I think if you could only do 9 and you're supposed to do 25, you do the 9, you wait, and then you finish off.
Is
throughout
this the
day.
one that's tied to suicide prevention?
It is.
Where we talk about mental health issues and you post about it. Tim Frater did it.
My real estate guy.
Yep, your real estate guy did it. A tribute to his brother.
Chip as well.
Yeah, Me and Denny's, we're going to take this October to get all swole for November.
Can we see your push-up total real quick, Denny's, if you wouldn't mind giving me a few? And
I mean,
maybe,
it's bad.
Yeah, maybe you can point the camera over in that direction if that's
Who's going to go
possible.
first?
Sorry.
Do you want to do it at the same time, Coach?
No, why don't we do them separately? I don't think it'll take long.
Gosh, I got to pee so bad. Do you care if I pee while I do
On
my
yourself?
push-ups?
Do you care if I urinate on myself here in the studio? Yeah, I think I do.
You want Peace Train, Denny's first, or me, Coach?
Denny's.
Okay.
So we'll see how many push-ups you guys have here. And then in 25 days, then we come back and check to see.
It looks
if
like
you
we're
can do
doing push-ups
25 in a
at a
row.
Chuck E. Cheese because there's balloons everywhere.
That's an impressive improvement if you go from doing just minimal to 25 in 25 days
All right, push it, Denny's.
at one time.
It's a little difficult.
There's
Virginia,
so
I'll
many
ha-
balloons.
I'll have you do the count. I'm watching on Kvj TV
Okay.
over here. If you want to see this, you can go to YouTube.
All
See how
right.
many they're doing.
How many push-ups can you do, Denny's? Ready?
Okay.
Count them off. 1. That's 2. 3.
How's this form? Looks pretty
4.
good.
It looks great.
Yeah.
5.
Looks real good.
6.
It's like he's gotten a head start on Bird here.
7. Have you been practicing?
Yeah, it seems like it. He
8,
looks better than he did last time
9.
doing them.
Beat it.
10.
Beat your record. Beat it.
He's
Get
at
11.
10, and that's.
Oh, he
Is
did
that
11.
11? Denny's, that's
did
impressive, man.
11.
That is really, really good. Good for you.
Hey.
25 is a lot.
Somebody
That's
came
a lot.
to play.
Mine's,
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do 10, I don't think.
Okay, Denny's did 11. That's the mark. We just want to see the starting point here. How many can Bird
He
do?
already hurt his wrist. Just going
boy.
down.
No, last week when we did the backwards mile, I fell on my wrist.
That's right.
I heard a
geez.
pop.
Oh, no.
It's been
Okay.
hurting him.
All right, how many can Bird do?
Okay. All right, let's see what his starting point is. I'm impressed with Denny's 11. That's really good. They were good.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
1. That's 2.
Who's got better form?
3. Definitely Denny's. 4.
Okay.
5.
Uh-huh.
6.
Okay, I think it's already improvement.
7. Here we
Yeah.
go. 8.
Yeah.
9.
Uh-huh. Get there, Bird. Come on.
10 is
Come on.
wobbly.
Beat Denny's. Beat him.
11 is a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
He
it.
got it though.
Okay. You're tied with your boy. That's impressive. Both of you impressed. 11. All right, so we'll check back in 25 days from now and see where you are.
Yeah, so on my personal, I'm going to probably put up a video a day of me doing as
Love
many
it.
as I can.
Yeah, that's the challenge. You put it up of you and you say, "Hey, I'm doing this for suicide prevention and mental health." And everybody, if you're having problems, talk to somebody, be there for people. It's
Yeah.
supposed to raise awareness for it.
I love it. Okay, that's a good little challenge. If anybody else wants to join in, You could get your starting point, mark that, and then 25 days. Let us know how you improve.
Do you know what you're at? If you, we're not gonna ask you to do it, but if you had to.
Yeah, I probably, in fact, I'm gonna do it along with you guys. I'm gonna try to see 25 good form like right in a row. I should hopefully be right around there.
While you're thinking about all that, could you do me a favor? Could you drop and give me 10 because you still have push-ups left over for the push-ups
from 2017.
Suits has the tally. I think I paid off my burpees
from 2017. He owes you push-ups.
Yeah, we always forget this that we can shut down the Kevin Ross.
I mean, here's the form to model after. Oh, Kevin, look at those biceps.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my gosh.
8, 9, 10. Do you see how
he
was so happy to stop the show to show off his push-up?
Knocked them out.
I mean, holy cow.
That's a man, ladies. Did you see that?
That is a man.
That's a man.
All right, well, everybody can jump in. Virginia, you too. You can jump in.
I'm good.
Oh, she's good. I'm good.
Drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain. Hey, you Facebook fishing.
I think everybody has got their reason why they maybe have a grudge against 2020. I think aside from everything else, it's starting to kill all the rock gods. What is going on in 2020?
Damn, 2020.
I mean, all my favorite rock gods are dying this year.
Don't take Kevin's rock.
I know. Neil Peart was probably my favorite drummer of all time. Eddie Van Halen, my favorite guitar player.
It's killing off snacks, too. There are grocery stores. I don't know if Uncrustables is going to recover from the pandemic.
Wow.
Honey and peanut butter, I think it's gone, Danny.
Yes. It's unfair. I don't know what's going on. 2020 is just terrible.
I've seen Diet Sprite is down. You can't find Dr. Pepper in other areas. The hell?
Well, somebody else who's not liking 2020 is Monica here. She's got other reasons why she hates it, and we'll give it the hashtag worst year ever, Bird. I'll let you play the role of Monica. I will be Mackenzie. Virginia, you can be Brent. And Denny's, you got the role of Joy. Okay.
All right, here's Monica. Just found out that my best friend, Mackenzie, the girl I've known since 11th grade, totally banged the guy I'm talking to. Screw you, 2020. Hashtag worst year ever.
Bitch, he ghosted your ass because you became a raging psycho. Stop holding on to a man who doesn't want you. It looks pathetic, and everybody agrees with me.
You don't screw over your friends. You've been turning into the biggest hoe bag throughout this entire pandemic. Do you know what all our friends call you behind your back?
What?
They call you the Corona Skank.
Oh, what?
Hashtag facts.
What?
Facts.
Damn, shots fired. I'd tell you girls to stop fighting, but this S-bomb's entertaining AF. I'm getting the popcorn out.
Whatever, Monica. We all know that Connor stopped talking to you because you blew up like the Goodyear blimp. So you were too fat and slothy for Connor. Deal with it, fatty.
Damn, that was ruthless. Thank you so much for this entertainment. This is awesome.
Brent, quit being a crapster. These two girls love each other and need to stop fighting. Connor isn't worth this. He has the weirdest looking ass I've ever seen. Both of you can do better.
Well, you know what? Connor came on to me after y'all stopped talking. How is this all my fault? You called me out publicly, Monica. I never asked to get into a public fight with your fat face. Now I'm pissed. So consider yourself blocked from my life.
Damn. I might be fat, but you probably have herpes.
Oh. Huh?
And I can get rid of my weight.
What?
But good luck getting rid of the herp.
What?
Okay, I'm done. I'm sick of telling everyone what a terrible person you are.
And it's not herp, by the way, it's gonorrhea. Sorry, that wasn't in there.
You probably want gonorrhea over the herp.
Yeah.
Oh, pick your STDs. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, time for another World Record Wednesday. Jaybird is going after the record for popping balloons with your mouth.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if this is smart.
It's not.
No, it's not. Seems like a bad idea and very aggressive. If you'd like to see what it looks like, dial up KVJ TV. It is on YouTube. And you can also score yourself $200 in free groceries. We are 30 minutes away from the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. Go sign up now at WRMF.com.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Time for another round of World Record Wednesday. We're going to see if Jaybird can get close to the mark that was set in Nashville, Tennessee by Ashrita Furman, who set the Guinness World Record for the most balloons burst with the mouth in 30 seconds. Set the record at 40.
What's your technique, sir?
It's going to be kind of like a werewolf to a chicken. Just bite and rip.
I love the visual.
Bite and rip, huh?
Bite and rip.
Okay.
He's an animal.
Arr, you know it. I'm an animal that's not going to even come close. Well, we the record, how many did you say?
It is 40 in 30 seconds, so more than 1 per second.
Okay, all right, I like that. That's a different record than we were even thinking about. I like this one better.
Oh, yeah?
This one's quicker.
Okay.
The other one was a minute long.
Let's wrap up our failure as quick as possible.
Yeah, fail fast. That's our motto.
You got to be quick. So my hype guy, Denny's, he's going to be passing me the balloon. So it's really going to be kind of a duel. A duel.
A duel?
Like a partnership.
Team.
Like a team.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to fight.
Like
a duel.
No, not like a duel that way.
The opposite of duel is what you meant.
No, like
You mean a duo?
No, I don't mean a duo.
Okay.
A duel
I
is
think
you're
a dual
fighting
effort.
him.
A dual effort. Thank you, Denny's. If she would let me talk.
You're not talking right.
Okay. Now we got through that. We move on to this.
Thank you. Denny speaks me, by the way. He gets me.
He speaks me. All right, here we go. All right, 40 and 30 seconds. Okay, doing more than 1 per second. That is impressive.
What's the KVJ over under? The one where?
If she did 40 balloons in 30 seconds, I think KVJ respectable is usually half. So you need to get 20 balloons in 30 seconds.
That's respect. Gosh, man, that is tough. Train, we got to go real fast, real hard.
Wow, I got a different respect for this. Maybe I shouldn't. But is anybody else scared by balloons popping?
Yes.
I'm terrified by them. I'm so soft.
Grow a pair and get over
If you hear
it.
me go,
Kevin had to leave.
I was even practicing a little bit, and they're still very frightening and scary.
My wife has a balloon popping phobia. She hates it.
really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Really?
Yeah.
There are some people that have a balloon fetish where they like to be covered in balloon.
All right, tell us about your fetish.
Not mine.
Of course, he knows about the freaky angle.
I'm just saying, I like to read a lot.
Yes. What you choose to read is what's interesting.
Everybody else is reading about the fear.
Yeah.
You're reading about rubbing them on your scrotum.
I am not. They're going too far, Sinicki.
Okay. Wow. So Virginia thinks 20 should be the over-under here.
I mean, what are we doing? If we can't even do half of what this broad did, why are we here?
She's right. As annoying as she is, the witch is right. What are we doing?
Why do we keep setting our own bar too low? Don't you want to be better?
I think it's going to be around 15.
Damn.
I am going to go
I think he gives me a
under.
different number back in 07.
You do?
We all do.
Yeah.
You're coming off fake Corona.
Yeah. Hey, 2-day vacation.
You're coming off not quite Corona.
Yeah. Virginia, what are your thoughts on this? You had to say over under, or do you have a number, your thought?
I mean, he will get so close, and the failure will cut so deep because he is going to get 19 balloons and fall short of the mark of 20 and then proceed to weep.
Okay.
No weeping.
Suits, you going over under on this mark. He is going under. Okay.
Reek.
He's in there running KBJ
The
TV.
realist.
Reek always goes under.
Denny's, what do you think? 20's the mark, over under.
I think it's 41.
Oh, my boy, Peace Train, Denny's.
You high?
By the way, Denny's, I don't think's been right once.
No, he's been very wrong.
Does that guy Josh have the numbers that Denny's has been wrong?
So
That's a good stat.
here's the trick. When you try to do the chicken technique where you bite, sometimes your teeth doesn't get the balloon enough in your mouth. So you really got to bite hard. I think biting hard is going to be the key, Virginia.
Which one of your teeth is your pointiest tooth?
I think it's my back molar.
Uh-oh.
No, use a canine or an incisor.
I'll use a canine.
So you're saying you can't be timid.
You can't be timid. You can't be scared either.
Got to really go for this. Okay.
Will you slap me in the face, Denny's, before we get going? Get me pumped up. Come on.
If he won't, I will.
If this helps you.
It does help me. Come on. It gets you fired up.
Here, I have a baseball bat.
Harder.
All right. Okay.
Gosh, you got eardrum too.
If your canine and your incisor come through your cheek, does that mess up your performance?
That actually did not help.
Yeah, I think I almost like punch slapped you.
I can't hear.
Can't hear. That's good, though. That'll actually help you out for this. I think the pops are going to be loud and scary.
Now you got something in common with your dog. Neither one of you can hear.
Don't let her get in your head, Bird.
There's your hype guy.
The audience judges that. You're picking on the most kindest soul in the world, my dog who can't see. Let's rip on that creature.
Okay, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. World record Wednesday. The record is 40 balloons in 30 seconds popped with the mouth. Let's see if Jaybird can get close to this. The over-under is 20, and everybody but Denny's is choosing under. Okay. All right, here we go, Bird. On your mark, get set, and go.
Oh, it's 1, 2,
right away.
3, 4,
the popping is fast and furious.
5, 6, 7.
He is doing
8,
a solid job
9,
with this.
10.
Got to tell you, halfway there. He's
11,
got 20 seconds
12.
left on this.
13.
This all with his mouth.
14.
This is impressive.
15.
Look at that on
16.
Kvj Tv.
17. 18.
Down under 10.
19.
He's at 5.
20. 21.
4.
22.
3. 2.
23.
1. Time is up.
22.
Whoa!
We got 22.
Bird, how about that? That's amazing. You are more than KVJ respectable. 22.
Wow.
You went over the respectable mark and made a fool of myself, Virginia, and even Suits.
Did I balloon my teeth?
Yes. We need some floss.
Yeah.
They're stuck way up in his gums.
Wow, that's impressive. That was really good.
He's like a cat in the corner.
That was tough. Boy, really good though, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You got to feel good about that. You got adrenaline cranking now, right?
Can you imagine? You did 22. Can you imagine how that hooker did 40?
She's good, man.
Dang.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Bit my thumb.
He's biting everything, huh?
I did bite my thumb.
Okay.
He's a savage.
Hey, small price to pay, man. Nice work. 10 minutes away. $200 is about to go out with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. If you signed up at WRMF.com, keep listening for your name.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, this story is not so much about what this shopper took, because that's usually the story of theft. It's more about what the shopper left. A guy in Michigan went into a Meijer store, which, I guess is kind of like a grocery store, kind of all functioning type store they have up in that area.
Okay.
And for some reason, he pooed in a cooler and put it back on the shelf.
He pooed in a cooler and put it back on the shelf. This guy's an animal.
He is an animal, absolutely.
How do you do that with no employees or other shoppers seeing you?
Yeah, I don't know. But, that would be tough. And I don't know that I didn't know you ever had to put poo in a cooler. I don't know if it's to keep it hot or to cool it down. I'm not sure. But the cops are trying to track him down.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's not, let's be relentless with this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree on that.
Stop this man.
Got a woman in lovely old Winter Haven, Florida that got busted last week for trying to sell a ring to a jewelry store that she had actually stolen from that same store a few months earlier. That made it pretty easy, huh?
Not so bright, this one.
Yeah. Well, people in Florida, they're just excelling here today. A guy in Polk County tried to flee from the cops, but got caught after his pickup truck went airborne and landed on top of a police car. It's an amazing photo. You're like, wow. I mean, he went
on top of it?
On top of it. The pickup truck is sitting on top of the sheriff's car.
I gotta see this picture.
It's unbelievable. You're like,
you
wow.
couldn't do that again if you tried.
No, it's unbelievable. It's like something out of a TV show. It's crazy. And also, we got a family in Dade City, Florida, that is upset after their 74-year-old relative with a dementia issue was able to walk out of a nursing home. And the reason why they're actually upset is not that he's able to walk out of the nursing home, but when he did, he got arrested on a warrant from a decade ago. Apparently, you can hide out in a nursing home and they're not going to find you if you got a warrant for your arrest. But when you do, they'll get you and serve that warrant.
So is dementia, is that when you can't remember who people are and you see things? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, you don't act like yourself. You don't know who people are.
That's different than Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's? I think they have a lot of the same characteristics. I think, like, there's one that you get more squirrely in the twilight hours of the day. There's one that you can keep your wits about you, like, earlier, but then at, like, happy hour, you fall apart.
So they're similar, but not really.
I think they're both awful, and you deteriorate, and you don't know who people are, and you poop yourself. It sounds terrible. I have a friend who, took care of his dad for 2 years as his dad slowly withered away. And it is incredibly painful for the family because the person doesn't recognize you.
Well, I knew if I asked, I would definitely get the definition plus a very, very depressing story.
So depressing.
Yeah.
And then death.
I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Why did I ask that?
Yeah.
Virginia? I was really asking Kevin.
Hey, Virginia, can you break down dementia for us?
Oh, it's terrible.
What's more
You don't want it.
Kevin.
That's for sure.
Well, thank you, I think.
I feel real sad now.
Yeah.
Look,
see if you can rebound
if
here.
you get it, you get it. The good thing is you don't know.
Is that how it worked? You don't know you have it? Why am I asking questions?
Would you stop?
Stop it, Bird. Goodness.
It wasn't enough the last time?
I want more. I don't know why.
What? No more questions till we go to commercial break. Then ask away.
All right, I'm sorry, Kevin.
All you can handle. An employee at the Austin Public Library in Texas just got busted for stealing more than $1.3 million worth of printer toner over 12 years.
Whoa.
Dang.
That printer
like
toner
liquid
is
gold.
expensive.
Was he
insane.
selling it?
No, I think he's just using it. But how do you go through $1.3 million worth of it?
He might have been selling it,
Yeah,
man.
he might have been selling it on the black market.
Okay. Wow. There's 3 corrections officers in Oklahoma that have been charged for cruelty to inmates after punishing them by cuffing their hands behind their back, securing them to a wall, and then playing Baby Shark on loop. Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do do.
I mean, what a punishment that would be. What a terrible, torturous punishment.
It's amazing they got in trouble for that.
If you did that to me and just switch the songs to People in the
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got their weak song.
See that, absolutely. Got a story here about a security team in the UK that just figured out that this new high-tech app-controlled male chastity belt has a major flaw in it. Luckily, they got to it first because they figured out once you put it on, hackers could actually lock the belt remotely and then force you to pay in Bitcoin to have them unlock it.
Oh, my.
Could you imagine if you were locked inside a chastity belt, not able to remove it? How that could mess up your life?
I could see this happening to a guy we know.
This whole thing, it's a game too for some people where they have their privates locked up and they have to be good to get unlocked, Virginia.
You ever been locked?
No, I'm not into that. I think you got to be, I don't know. No, I've not been locked.
So the answer is no.
You ever locked somebody?
No, I've not locked anybody. You're making me sound like I own a dungeon.
I'm a journalist. I'm just trying to find out what you're doing over there.
The only thing I'm locking these days is my door.
And finally, here in your whacked out news today, there's a 17-year-old girl in Texas. She also has got her own little world record Wednesday here. She just got 2 world records, one for the longest legs in the world and one for the longest legs on a teenager.
Oh, my.
I'm sure that's not going to mess with her head at all.
I guess she applied for it. She wanted it, and she got it. Both of her legs are over 4 feet, 4 inches long.
The leg?
The leg alone, and she's 6'10".
Oh, my.
The leg alone is over 4 feet 4. How about that?
That's crazy.
Does that mean you run fast? The longer the legs, the faster you run, or is that a myth?
I don't know. I've seen a guy on stilts, and he was kind of slow.
Yeah, but that wasn't his legs.
Yeah, still.
I think if they're your legs, you absolutely could go faster.
You stride, baby, like a cheetah.
As long as you aren't too, like, I don't know, boxy or uncoordinated, you could probably make it happen because you get a longer stride.
Yeah, I think they've actually broken this down. There's been an experiment on this where they've looked at stride rate and the circular motion of the legs. And all that kind of
stride
stuff.
rate. We know
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. I've got 7 text messages about dementia. Sweet. Can't wait to get to those.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, somebody said, think of dementia as an umbrella. Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia. So it's a form of it.
Gotcha.
So there you go.
So I sort of understand.
Okay.
Just know it sucks.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you go. I tell you what you definitely are going to want to get your paws on is $200 worth of free groceries. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. $200 in free groceries, and we love giving away. In fact, yesterday I was looking back on this, and everybody got through and won. It was an amazing day. It started with us, with Raphael. He had a great day and got $200 with the groceries. And then Marcy Todd of Boynton Beach, she won at 2 p.m. And then Natasha Duvall of Lake Worth also picked up $200 worth of groceries.
Nice.
We do it 3 times a day, 9, 2, and 5. All you have to do is just sign up at WRMF.com and listen at those times to win yourself $200 in free groceries.
97.9 WRMF. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
And right now, we are looking for Daniel Romero of Palm City. All right, you've got 10 minutes. You got to call us back. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 to claim your $200 in free groceries. Again, we're looking for Daniel Romero of Palm City. 10 minutes to call to win with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, sponsored by Scott Smith Injury Law.
Good luck from 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, which one is better? You only get to choose one. Which would you rather have, soup or sandwich? Which one is better?
Sandwich.
Soup.
It's without a doubt sandwich.
Okay.
It's not even close. Anyone that says soup, you can't trust them.
Make your case, Jaybird. Why is the sandwich better?
Because you have more variety. I think it's more filling. I think it tastes better. I just think there's way more you can do with a sandwich.
Okay. More you can do with it.
And you could actually take some soup and put it in your sandwich and take it to the next level.
You got to pick
Interesting.
one.
You can't-
You got to pick one.
You can't take the sandwich. You can put the soup in the sandwich. You can put the sandwich in the soup.
Okay.
Well, actually, you can. Never mind. Bad example. But sandwich is better, Kevin.
Excuse my friend over here. He's dizzy.
Virginia, you make your argument for the soup.
Soup is comforting for the soul. I probably make about 3 soups a month. I love a soup. You know, gumbo is a soup.
Yeah.
I love everything soup has to offer. With me, a sandwich is too much carbs. I don't want all those carbs. I'm just not a fan. I think I can make a healthy soup and make it delicious and make my soul feel good.
This isn't about health. This is about what is better. And sandwiches are better. Come on.
Life is about health.
Carbs is where you could put cheese, condiments. It's more of an event.
You can put cheese on a soup. Hello, French onion.
Soup is the side. It's the opening act to the great sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you had to choose one or the other,
Sandwich.
that's what's better.
What
Okay.
about you, Fat Kevin?
I am going to go with sandwich.
Yeah.
Just, when I look at all the different things you can do. But soups are fantastic. I love them together, and that's what's tough is breaking them apart.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat room agrees with me and Kevin. In fact, I can't believe how many wrong comments we're getting about Virginia.
Yeah.
Demon Beard Dan, come on, Virginia. Wrong again.
Okay.
Demon Beard, go eat your devil sandwich.
Deviled egg.
He loves deviled eggs.
Since that is so highly contested, I will put that up on our Twitter right now and ask the question, which is better, soup or sandwich?
It doesn't surprise me that Fancy Pants over here picks a soup.
Sorry, I just make a lot of soups. I don't make a lot of sandwiches for me.
Okay. All right. Virginia has spoken.
But we can fist fight.
Which is better, being the passenger or being the driver?
Passenger.
Passenger all day.
Driving's too much pressure, man. You gotta be awake. You have to look.
You gotta be sober.
Yeah, there's so much. Passenger's way better. If you're the passenger, you can be in charge of the music with the snacks.
I think that's what changes it. Yeah, when you're younger, it's much better to drive. But yeah, being able to have a cocktail and control the music. I know Virginia loves the cocktail while driving, which isn't really technically legal.
Not
but...
while I drive, but while I am a passenger, I always try to have a roadie.
And what sucks is when Virginia's drinking and then she thinks she can control the music. She's going to ask you for your opinion. Hey, Kev, what do you want to hear? Oh, I want to hear, that song. No, never mind.
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
She'll shame you, make you feel bad, and then play what she wants anyway.
You're getting Doobie Brothers, whether you like it or not.
She'll shame you, make you look stupid, and she's going to make sure there's an audience around. So you
Sounds
really,
like a lot of fun, yeah.
So you really feel belittled.
Great car rides.
Okay, I'll remember that next time you need me.
You actually need me for road trips because I entertain your kids.
Which one is better, meat or vegetables?
Meat.
Yeah, I'm going to go meat too. If I had to have both, that's basically what I eat is meat and vegetables. But I will tell you, I'm a lot more excited about eating the meat than I am the vegetables.
I don't know. I think I'm going vegetables.
What's a sexy vegetable for you? I'm trying to put more vegetables in my diet, and I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of bad crap out there. What's something you really like?
I like a white asparagus. I think they're fun. They're different.
Never even heard of that. It sounds like it's fancy, and it's very annoying. White asparagus?
What? Yeah. Okay.
I think they look cool and different, and I love asparagus. You must have some butter, though. You can't do those things dry.
Okay. Which one is better, TV or book? TV or book? Which one is better?
TV.
TV is better. Okay.
Just when people go, the Harry Potter was great as a movie, but the books, really?
Yeah, I've never once said that. Yeah.
People say it, though.
Not in this room, at least. You're not going to get that. And which one is better, rap or rock? Which one is better?
So when you say rock,
yes,
are we talking about, would that fall under the umbrella of a soft rock as well? Or are we talking, it's got to be full-blown rock?
I would say, yeah, it's because I think your genre is a little bit like pop in that kind of mix for some of it. And, it's not necessarily pop today, but in the 70s and whatnot, was it making the charts then?
Would you consider the Eagles rock? I feel like they tricked people. They did get rocking towards the end.
They don't rock. It's rock, but they don't rock, which is odd.
They rock towards the middle end. They start off very peaceful.
Yeah, I think that falls under rock.
I'm going rock, barely.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I think what it is there's just right now still, and it's getting close where it's changing. There's a larger body of work for rock. So I would answer rock, but keep in mind, rap, hip hop, that really wasn't starting until the 80s. And, I just don't think you have the complete body of work. Now, if that's all you listen to, of course, you're going to go rap or hip hop.
Of course.
But I love both genres, and there's a lot of stuff that I like. If I had to only have one or the other, I think I still would go with rock for all the great songs that are in it. But I will tell you, there are a lot more contemporary rap or hip hop songs that I like than rock. Rock's really not even hardly on the radar anymore, except for Foo Fighters, The Killers, some bands like that are still making good stuff. But aside from them, there's not a lot.
We discovered earlier in the show, we were talking about Eddie Van Halen. I can't say his name. Eddie Van Halen. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You are rockin' Kev. I mean, you got a rocker spirit.
Yeah.
You do.
I have hip hop Kev too.
Which
is a lot more awkward than Rockin' Kev.
Hip Hop Kev
They're
is
both awkward, but yeah. Hip Hop Kev's a lot more awkward than Rockin' Kev. Either way, they're both very awkward. So, okay, which one is better? There was a disagreement here on the first category we had, soup or sandwich. Virginia was going with the soup, Jaybird with the sandwich. Jaybird, you are winning this battle. 88% of the votes are going for sandwich over soup.
Yeah, soup, there it is. Boom.
Yeah.
Soup, there it isn't. according to you.
Yeah.
I just love soup. I'm sorry.
I love soup too.
I'm not expecting to win this one. It's just,
Okay.
it's a passion point for me.
I'm not trying to be painted with the brush that Bird hates soup. Please don't start that rumor.
Well, one comment said, it's like 110 degrees out, sandwich all the way. LOL.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love that
it's
person.
South Florida. It's kind of, hey, you're sitting outside dining al fresco. It's 110. You're like, here's your hot bowl of soup.
Yeah, go eat soup in the Florida sun.
You can have gazpacho, which is a cold Italian soup. You would know that if you were a good Italian, which you're not.
She's not lying. I had no idea what that
He
means.
is the crappiest Italian.
I mean, I'm not good.
Not good. Okay. Well, I tell you, this is our first time not giving away $200 in free groceries. Daniel Romero of Palm City, if you know him, be like, dude, you whiffed. He did not call back in 10 minutes after we announced his name, so he get nothing.
We were bragging about how we have a great record, no one's not missing, and then boom.
First one.
That
First
sucks.
one. We didn't have a call back, so
$200,
yeah,
man.
gone. Yeah. So don't do what. Don't be a Daniel. Don't do what he did. Make sure you're listening 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. later on today, and go sign up right now at WRMF.com for the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got an email questioning if they should make up or break up here. It says she's perfect except for her underwear. What's wrong with her underwear? I guess that's what we're going to find out coming up next.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/KVJ Show.
Hey, it's Jaybird. Oh, the power of pizza can be yours. That's right. You can win a pizza experience from Das Craft Beer and Pizza and have me deliver the pizza to your home. For more information, hit up WRMF.com.
More KVJ Show now on 97.9 WRMF.
Got a make up or break up question here. Apparently, she's perfect except for her underwear.
I mean, as long as they don't have brown stains on them, I think we can work with just about anything.
I agree with the not just brown, but there's several stains, but I agree. If they're not there.
Okay. The email sent to KVJ said, I've been dating this girl for about 3 weeks. She's in her mid-20s. The other night, we were getting pretty hot and heavy, and as things got a little bit hotter, I felt something weird that she was wearing under her clothes.
Weird.
Well, I started asking her about it and found out that it's something called always discreet underwear. It's really kind of a weird feeling. As we were making out, I could tell there was something going on, and she ended up mentioning that she wears these discreet panties to prevent what she described as quote-unquote little accidents.
Oh.
I didn't really know what to say. It kind of killed the mood for me personally, but she still wanted to forge ahead and go at it. I kind of had to fake like I was into it until finally I was just like, you know what? It's getting late. I got to get up for work. I mean, the girl's, hot. She's cool to hang out with. I really thought that we were going somewhere and maybe we could have a long-term relationship. However, this whole always discreet panty just keeps flashing into my mind and in my head. What leaks? Is it number one? Is it number two? And do I really want to know?
Is it a combo?
Am I shallow for having these reservations? Is this a big deal or not? Is this a makeup or a breakup? It's really the only flaw that she has. What would you do if you were in my position? Now, keep in mind, it sounds like if you were about of like ages, it said that she's in her mid-20s, so...
That's a young girl to be making a soup back there. You don't need to be...
You love soup.
You're a soup girl.
Not this soup.
So I think she probably got a medical issue.
Right.
And it's funny because I'm looking in the chat room and all of the women are going, oh, poor girl. And all of the guys are going, brr.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of young, though. I mean, this usually happens like after you have kids or after you put on some weight or when your bladder just gets old and loose.
I wonder if she has a kid. She's 25.
That could be it, too. Did you talk about that?
I wonder if she has kids.
If you're in that situation and you're making out and that happens and you feel it and she brings it up but she doesn't really go into details, do you want to? Would single Kevin want to know why she's wearing that? Would you want to pry into that? Or?
More details?
Yeah.
I guess it's how obtrusive is this into our life? Yeah, at first, and hey, I mean, you got to go back and talk to Kevin is mid-20s, and it would, it's not in the plus column.
Well, Kevin is mid-20s had options. Guys that put up with a girl that pees just randomly and sporadically, that's not a young man's game.
So I guess my question is, I think it sounds like he feels bad because that's why he's emailing to the show, but he's also grossed out. Can you be both?
Yes.
I mean,
you can be grossed out enough to where even though you feel bad, you just can't make it happen.
Right.
Are you shallow for that? Is he shallow for this? If he says I'm out because of it.
Some people will call him shallow, but I don't think we can judge what grosses out somebody else. Everybody's set different.
Yeah, I think it's understandable.
3 weeks in, it's so new. You're not seeing somebody like that in your mind.
If she brought that act around R. Kelly, he'd love it. She's young. She's peeing.
Oh, yeah.
He'd love it. You just gotta
get me.
Find a different guy, maybe.
And she's a little bit old for him, but other than that.
She is.
Jay Spades in the chat room says men leak too, and they do. I think it goes for both.
Sure.
If you're a woman and you're making out and all of a sudden he's like, I've got these, always direct or discreet.
I've got a man pawn.
Yeah.
There's a string coming out of the pee.
Is that a real thing? Are man pawns real? You know guys have to leak.
Putting it in is the hardest part.
I'm looking up man pawn.
Okay.
I don't think it's real. I just made it up.
Guarantee you there's something about man pawn on here. Man pawn underwear comes up right away.
Is it like a girl's tampon where you actually use it with an applicator?
I don't know. I want some weird sex thing there.
Okay.
Great.
Interesting.
Another weird Google search on the company server.
Go figure. I think I could overlook it. It sounds like, hey, if she's great in every other way, it seems to me like just bailing on her for this is a little too quick too soon.
Yeah, and Love Purple 17 in the chat room. Being human is gross. It is. Being human is gross.
That's just what we are. All right, most people are saying stay with it. Hey, is it a makeup or a breakup? A lot of people are saying, you know what, it's not too bad for me. She's perfect in every other way, but she's wearing these underwear that apparently are for people that are a little bit leaky, and she's only in her mid-20s. I guess it's a problem that could or would get worse, but I mean, come on.
Oh, we have leakers listening right now, Kev. I'm seeing the chat. I'm seeing the people talk about their leaking problem.
Yeah.
It's a big problem out there, Virginia.
A lot of the comments, like Jay Fatso in the chat says, don't let a little soggy bottom scar you.
Soggy bottom.
Yeah.
Soggy. I don't know if soggy's the right word.
Soggy bottoms. But you know what? If you're in your mid-20s, don't let your friends know. Your male friends will tease you nonstop.
I feel like probably keep that by yourself. Just because, your girlfriends, if they turn on you, they will tell people about your soggy bottoms.
Yeah, no doubt.
They will.
They will let you know.
Probably quicker than the guys will.
That's all they will call her is be like, hey, we're soggy bottoms.
Aww.
Imagine if you had soggy bottoms in your group and then soggy bottoms broke off the group. You mean to tell me y'all aren't talking about soggy bottoms?
Totally. I know it happens.
Do women do that the same way? Because I will tell you, with guys, if they find that your girl has something like that, they will tease you nonstop and come up with a terrible nickname and will keep referencing to your girlfriend by that name.
No.
Do women do that?
Yes.
Virginia. And so they'll give the guy the nickname and then it'd be like going, so where is...
Totally.
So one of your friends was dating a guy that was, a leaker. You'd call, hey, how's leaks doing?
Yes,
or
absolutely.
limps or whatever it might be.
Pencil, lamp.
Pencil.
Like whatever.
Where's Pinky?
Hey, where's number 2 pencil at?
Thumb.
Okay, so women are just as brutal as the guys then.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, if you got some things that have got you down in the dumps, a great way to feel better is go to the FML website. F My Life is what it's all about. People who've gone through things like they find a really hot chick that they're into, and then they find out that she's got a soggy bottom. Somebody put up on the website, said, today my daughter had just left for a date with her boyfriend, and all of a sudden she comes running back in the house screaming, oh my gosh, I forgot to take my birth control. Not really something a father wants to hear.
Oh. We'd have to have a talk.
Now, wait.
You know what her plan is.
Well, your dad probably knows what's going on. Let's not celebrate in front of him.
Somebody else posted up on the site. My friend sent me an online money transfer. After forgetting the password and locking myself out of my account, I had to phone up the bank to have it reset. So I was prompted by the woman on the other line to answer this security question, which was, what? And I had to respond to her in the butt to get my money. That's what happens when you have a prompt. What's the question and what's the response? If you have an operator on the phone, you have to respond in the butt to the what. The reaction was interesting. Somebody else wrote on FML. What?
In the butt. That's just fun.
It's a catchy little number, isn't it?
That is.
What? In the butt. Today I was on a date. I noticed he kept looking at my lips. Thinking that he wants to kiss me, I lean in closer. He then pulls away and kind of looks disgusted and says, I'm sorry, but that pimple on your chin is like staring at me or something.
Oh, that dude's an idiot.
Oh.
That's tough.
A pimple.
We all get a pimple. I mean, you can't let it shut down a makeout session.
I mean, leaks we get. The pimple,
Leaks.
no.
Okay. Somebody else on the FML site said, today I got a realization of just how fat I really am. While wiping on the toilet, I heard a large pop and I thought I'd thrown out my back. I gingerly got up and realized that I'd only just cracked the toilet seat.
Oh. That sucks. Those things aren't made like they used to. So don't feel that bad.
Well, humans aren't made like they used to either, Virginia. You know what? Our toilet seats aren't keeping up with our girth. I will tell you that. You're right.
You're right. Toilets were stronger back in the 60s, but I think our butts are a little bit
need them
stronger
now.
too.
I don't think I'm like they used to.
I come from a long line of women who cracked the toilet seat. My grandmother did it because I remember having to sit on it afterwards. And if you got your skin pinched the wrong way on it, it was painful.
Was Grandma on HP? Heavy pooper?
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Grandma.
Why do I ask these questions, Kevin?
I don't know. You ask too many questions in Virginia.
I know, and she will answer.
You go in and like it's just I know it's going to be a sidebar to gross
Open
or
book.
depressing.
What do you need to know?
It's either going to be a
Gross or
sidebar
depressing.
to gross or depressing.
Yeah, that's our two options here.
Try not to get turned on.
Yeah. Another one from the FML site. Today, my best friend changed my Facebook status to say that I was in love with my boss.
Oh.
I didn't know what she had done until I was called into a meeting the next day, and he told me he loved me too.
Oh my gosh.
FML.
Your boss?
You know, I saw your status, and I love you too.
I'm not a big fan. Unless it's jokey,
Yeah.
going into someone's social media.
Yeah.
You could wreck someone's life doing that. Now, Virginia's done it to me. Again, it's kidding around, joking.
It's all in fun.
But I mean, I had people over one time, and my Facebook was open, and everyone was drinking. And one of the guys who I knew him, but he was kind of one of the guys kind of an off person from the group.
You got to be in the circle to mess with somebody's Facebook.
He went on my Facebook and started writing listener stuff, and one of the things was sexual. And I mean, we got into a big fight about it. You can't do that.
No.
Not cool.
You thought it was funny?
Well, he's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
What's his name?
I'll tell you during commercial break.
Do I know him?
You do.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait. Juicy.
This post on the FML site says, I picked up my 17-year-old daughter from a friend's place one weekend. It was after midnight, and as I was driving home, I coasted through a stop sign and got pulled over by a cop. And then the cop starts questioning us for solicitation. So I told the cop, dude, she's my daughter. But he said, yeah, I bet you're her daddy.
Oh, boy. That's heavy.
I said, it's good to know my daughter looks like a hooker and me a perv, FML.
That ain't cool.
That ain't cool, right? I'd be like,
Hell
wait,
no.
what? It's kind of insulting. And somebody else put, today I accidentally sent a nude to my cousin instead of the girl who shares the same name with her.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Trust me, you gotta be careful when it comes to texting the wrong person with the same damn name.
You sent your cousin a peen pic?
And the
Ooh.
worst part, she liked it.
Oh.
Thanks.
Well, Christmas is going to go one of two ways.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of weird. Well, luckily, Bird got his naked COVID test, and he is back in here with us today.
I thought you said naked COVID test.
I did too. If you go get your COVID test naked, that is literally balls.
Put it up here.
I was telling y'all about the COVID test. I'll tell it real quick. That I didn't really follow the rules. I kind of felt like she was annoyed and maybe gave me a little bit extra of
she put a little extra English in that.
Good, because there's ones that my sister says, unless you go high enough that you feel like you're touching the brain and it makes you sneeze, you didn't do it right.
It instantly made my eyes water.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank you very much.
Thanks for
that
doing
means
it so well.
she did it right.
Yeah.
Well, Bird is back, and he's got his thought for the day.
Give the ones you love wings to fly, roots to come back, and reasons to stay.
Oh, very nice. Coming up, we got the After the Show podcast going to be live on Facebook here in just a matter of moments. You can check it out also on YouTube. And today at noon, Randy is going to be on. She's going to have some Hallow Scream tickets. So make sure you're back here. And of course, you want to try to score yourself some groceries coming up at 2 o'clock today.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.